So, when we last left off, it was the end of Bakartag. You guys had spent the evening at the casual location of the Red Moon Tavern, having made some local contacts, been offered a challenge or two that the group had summarily denied as complete insanity, and retired to your regular place, the Templar's Arms, where you guys are gathered up, sitting around the table, potentially in your private room. I'm assuming, given the information you're going to go through.
Yeah, it's also pretty late.
It's pretty late. Yeah, it was by the time everybody's back to maybe 2 a.m. So, having arranged a large piece of wood from the alleyway in the back, you guys sit down with those who can read and write, and start connecting various threads, drawings, and so forth with different clues. So you have said big plank of wood. You have, wherever the yarn went, the threads and options. And there should be a collection of pins. Like I said, for the most part, you can probably just leave the computers closed because you don't really need them unless you want to reference them. Admittedly, Andy would probably be a better reference for notes.
Yeah.
But you should have enough information. And here is a selection of all of the various items and NPCs and notables you guys have found.
Oh my god, there's so many! There's so many!
Well, at least we know
So.
Alright,
it's like the one joke about
so
thinking.
we've got that
American history.
disaster kind of sorted.
Do you?
No.
No.
Okay. So, it is by morning, after you guys have put some effort with word to return to the conspiracy as the time and theory permits. Although your Sons of Ulrich guy is over there modifying things quickly. Nope, this is not a connection.
I'm listening.
Okay. It is Bezeltag, day 5 of the carnival. Current events, as scheduled, are challenges to the Graphs Champion starting at 11. The Fire Breathers are putting on a show at noon. There is life sculpting at 2, along with the horse fair. And then the Snotball tournament and Dwarven Valley choirs.
Not the tournament. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I want to go do the snowball tournament.
And the carnival is taking its toll yet again.
I go try to find the elf
There are
archer.
things to show.
Find out what's going on with my challenge.
Okay.
Oh man, I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
You have no idea what you're going to do?
I don't remember what I was going to do.
I thought we were gonna burn
No, I
down
had a
some
plan.
type of guild, guys.
The only person who had a plan that I know of was
Listen.
Ben. That was Ben. And Ben has probably forgotten his plan.
No. I don't remember.
We were going to go visit the prince. Remember?
Now that we're actually back on the computers, I remember everything.
Who, me?
No, me.
Yeah, because you had already know that.
We were gonna do that, and I also thought we were gonna burn down the Sons of Ulrich.
No. No,
Just
we're not.
because.
No.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You're over at the board. You don't hear this.
Yes, I do.
And you also have that small matter of the missing Milton.
The missing
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. But
I did everything I could to gather information on it. I literally hit a dead end. With the actual threats to my own life type thing, I don't know what to do beyond that.
I'm kind of at a loss. Who?
So we need to get that amulet.
The what?
The amulet.
The triple
I
N
know how
mystery.
She wanted us to trade the amulet for Milton's information.
Yeah.
So we just need to take the amulet and keep it.
Go get the ambulance.
Screw you all.
Where'd you put the box?
What?
The amulet required me to get into the keep.
Yeah,
No.
no, you're not
No,
doing
it's the Sons of
this.
Ulrich. That's where we're gonna burn down the place and take it from the ashes.
No.
Yeah, but if it's gold, it might melt.
We're gonna have to take its magic, baby.
Here's this
So-
lump of gold.
It had a jewel in it. We'll pick up
Our
the
best
jewel.
option to get the amulet.
Is to full on.
Yeah, it's through Thad's character. You and Thad.
No. No. I'm not doing that.
Why not?
I know the layout. I can get there. I can
That's
get in.
just stupid.
No,
But-
no, you have an in into the
Yeah.
into
I'm
the
not entering
church.
the Thieves Guild.
No, the Sons of Ulrich.
Don't be a coward, man. All the rest of us would risk our life to save you, and have.
Ulrich would frown upon cowardice.
I can argue with that. I haven't.
I hate you.
He's true, right though.
Yes, he is.
That's why you don't play religious
What is?
characters.
How does
You can
yeah.
do whatever.
How does Ulrich view helping your friends? Do you not have a commitment to those that you
No, I have no
consider?
commandment towards that.
Huh?
No. No commandment towards that.
It's up to him.
I'm gonna do a theology roll.
Okay.
Actually, have no commandment towards that. As far as I know.
To
But
see.
will you actually want to go meet the people?
Oh, man, sucks.
We haven't done that at all.
I'm gonna do a theology roll to see if I know anything about the Ulrichian cult
Okay.
that I can use to manipulate him. Some
I really
prayer,
think
Sure.
people are
some
gonna be the best bet
passage.
to find out where his body went.
and I did
I
not
have-
make it in the
I've already
slightest.
sent them out.
That is a 63.
Okay. You know, I mean, fundamentally, the standard information anybody knows about the cult of Ulrich. Ulrich is considered the ferocious god of wolves, winter, and warfare. He's the brother of Tal, and according to lore, the king of the gods,
That's fun.
although other cults dispute this. He's the self-proclaimed king of the gods. Sigmar says he's the king of the gods.
For sure, every god.
Yeah,
says
pretty
that.
much all of them do. He's portrayed as a massive, heavily bearded barbarian wearing a white wolf pelt cloak, bearing his mighty war axe named Blitzbeal. Distant, harsh, unforgiving god who expects his cultists to rely on individual strength and prowess, despises weakness, cowardice, and trickery, and favors the direct approach in all manners.
I mean, he knows it. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
he absolutely knows.
Maybe he forgot
Hey,
dumb barbarians. I forget everything.
Katrina Toddbringer was
All
Wait,
he knows is the
wait.
axe.
Hold on.
a trueborn to the dead wife, right?
Your
No.
entire cult is based, currently, and from my perspective, on terrorism and trickery and underhandedness. You
No,
know,
not trickery.
Trickery
making
and
an argument there,
underhandedness.
GM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trickery
You
and
do what you want.
Trickery and underhandedness are the exact opposite of what
So
we're supposed to
hold on. What honor is there in potentially blowing up? Well, that never happened.
Sigmarites?
Yeah, that
Sigma,
never
right?
happened.
And maybe
do. I never blew any.
His lifetime goal is to kill the
Well, they
grant
only,
the
they
Augeas
only
also.
tricked him to place the bomb.
Why do you think
Yeah.
we get along so well? I mean,
well,
never
that's
mind.
that's an interesting argument there. If
I
these
honestly
people have no
definitely-
honor because they keep tricking you,
I just need one.
then you have no personal responsibility to them.
They
In
have,
fact, you would have a responsibility to take them down because they're looting your cult.
and I would look at you myself even and say, the fact that they do what they've done, they have not only tricked us, they have flat out lied to us and held things over our head in a thieves guild manner. Do you honestly believe your cult that the Ulrichian, beliefs would support thieves guilds?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Then these scumbags deserve to be dealt with.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with that fact.
To the bonfire.
I'm more, I don't need to act.
I'm putting on my armor. You're right. I'm motivated. Let's go kill him.
I don't want to be branded as a traitor.
You're already
I
fucking
am-
branded, aren't you?
That's a
Literally
As a traitor.
Okay, that's
The whole brand is you betraying the original
Okay,
thing to go
no problem.
go forward.
no problem.
Yeah.
Literally all branded.
Yeah,
All you have to do is leave behind.
But he doesn't want to be.
I put the word branded in there for a reason.
Correct. Well, I could tell by the look on your face when you said it, but leave behind your cloak. Leave behind your holy symbol.
Oh my god.
We will get you a mask, almost like a, I'll be nice, executioner's mask.
Do you have any Tums?
The problem is your weapon.
Yeah.
I think you
That
took your
is
pack
a
home.
very, very telltale. I am who I am weapon.
Killing
That would have to stay.
I'll hold on to it.
I honestly don't know if we do or not.
It's all right.
Yeah, my
Your size and everything
Have an
cares
Oreo.
about that. That can
Have an
be
Oreo.
told away.
If I eat one more
Your
bite of
weapon,
food, it's coming up.
Well, they don't clear
your
it.
wolf cloak, no, that's
Maybe
a
more.
giveaway.
Yeah.
Your face, those are three things
all
we
the
cannot.
taste and none of the gaining of
Yeah.
weight.
Just have a bowl.
Oh, right. So now I'm a bulimic. Nice.
Your description, not ours.
I'm not getting the benefits of the bulimic lifestyle.
Well, you're not wrong.
Or go in and own it.
Okay.
Get the support of the church.
So come over here and let's discuss if you have actions.
Yeah, you're not in
I
frame.
think we're leaving the board alone for the time being.
Sorry.
Does the church support this cult? And we already know the answer to that.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
No, they don't.
they don't. They understand their presence and power.
They're not against it, but
They
they're
don't support it.
neutral in fact.
Right, exactly.
Okay. I disagree. I think quiet,
Lack of action.
tolerance is acceptance.
Acceptance. Okay.
The red line
Hence-
says.
Hence, sorry, YouTube, the entirety of the Middle East.
All I have to say is that
I happen to remember a little group of raiders that was along a road that
By-
the Church of Sigmar was tolerating, but they were still robbing people and raiding people and threatening to kill people.
No, those were taxmen on the road.
Taxmen are thieves in general.
Admittedly,
They're
if I
being
found
very
out
quiet.
that those
They
were
do
not
stuff on my
sanctioned
computer.
sanctioned representatives of the church on behalf of Altdorf, I will personally go out there and kill all of them.
You call the taxes here thieves and thievery.
No, I think
Yet what's
they're-
the difference between
the taxes are unwise.
This is, I feel like exactly
That's
how
always been my
conversation
stance.
between
The taxes are unwise,
high Sigmar priest
'cause
and high Organ
It's
would go.
initiating conflict.
but this is
Unnecessarily
this is the
so.
nature
Yeah,
while I can see the
and I'm
point
just off on the
of
side.
being out there,
I'll go in. I don't want either of you to risk your theological beliefs. I'll go in.
I'll go with you.
Understand they know me. I am
no, you're dead.
not
if you go
easily
alone.
disguised,
You're dead if you go alone.
and I'm dead. If I'm caught, I will fight my way out, run my way out, do all I can to get out.
Saw what
But
happened
I am
last time
not
you did that.
necessarily getting out if I go
Then
in.
what's
I've
the
been-
point?
I've been
Because
specific.
then we lose two party members,
No,
one of which has, well, both of you have skills that are hard to replace.
I could go with you.
I've been
could.
specifically
Nobody
told
else has
against-
pointed ears like him.
Exactly right.
Well, ear.
Nobody pointed to, damn it.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Gotta turn it up.
Look at it. Look at it.
Good job on the whole one.
Actually, I think if I remember right now, somebody else has a pointed ear too. Didn't one of you keep it?
Oh,
What?
Didn't one of you keep it?
yeah, Milton.
The ear.
Yeah, it went into his bag of fingers. So, who knows who has the bag of fingers
So
now?
two of you have pointed ear.
Between the two, you make all. I wonder if he ever just walks
That
up and goes,
does that mean if he
Got your ear.
That's fucked up. I would be so mad. I'm leaving. And then just walk out of the bar. God. Anyway.
does that mean if he disappears too, then you'll have both ears together?
What if I find the corpse?
Yeah.
You
No,
put
I
the
think that's a
attack
silly
one.
I've got a volunteer to go with me.
Granted, you're not affiliated to the church
Or the guilds.
or the guilds. You're just a
Soldier.
guy with a sword.
Bodyguard.
You're just a guy with a sword.
You've been
So-
specifically seen interacting with the north, east.
Oh, me and him have been
guild.
working together though. We've been going.
Well, he's a guy with a sword dressed in ceremonial Reichland military gear.
Right, we'd have to down dress him somehow.
That's fine.
I have a chain shirt you can wear.
Can't we just hire someone to do this?
Oh yeah. Also, that
Like
might be
we
an
have this
issue
whole
I have running.
Orphan?
high risk guild that's against this guild that we could just like hire.
Yeah, just go over to the other guild and pay them to. Yeah, I mean, we could try that.
Well, I was.
This isn't my forte.
Hire the guild that wanted to hire you to recover the
Well,
necklace
or-
for you so you could turn it into the
or we
guild
could
that wanted to hire you?
We could,
Why not? I don't see the problem.
or we could hire a third party to do a distraction or something like that. We give him something else to do.
Ben and I have an idea. We're going to go talk
Okay.
to his idea. The rest of the group, I would really love for you to consider, because I plan to go in. I need you to consider how you're going to support me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if all it is applause and attaboys, I got to say, I'm probably not going to go in without slaughtering a lot of people.
Hey,
I'm okay with it.
I can easily buy
Okay.
myself some stuff that will actually make me more.
I'm not sure
selfish
he
than
can take the
I
group.
already am.
I'm not sure he can take the group.
But
Can you
yeah,
burn a brand?
Oh, I.
person, I can buy stuff with the money I have to make me more stealthy.
Let's go talk to your
George.
Let's go talk to your
Can you burn off a brand?
Okay.
Because your crew technically has the skill to do what I'm about to risk my life for.
Yep.
And they're unaffiliated.
All of you motherfuckers are associated with some nefarious shit. And I'm just sitting here as like a priest, like,
Nefarious! I am a thief!
I know you are.
Literally, my title is thief!
I even got some stuff.
I have nothing to fear.
I am a agitator.
That is a bold-faced lie. That is just
He is
I
completely
crazy.
up and up.
But that me and him are going to go talk to my contacts, the orphans.
I'm sitting this
Since
out.
Okay.
that's in the area of the drowned rats,
I
correct?
can give you
No,
a plane
No.
map.
it is up at
No.
the wind.
Okay.
I
No,
can give you a
Then
plane
It's up
map.
by that.
no,
Yeah, you
No,
know,
it's at the Red Moon, near the Red
Okay.
Moon Tavern.
Correct.
correct.
And that
Then
little
you're kind of
market
It has
area.
herbs.
if it's in the drowned rats territory.
No, it is nowhere near.
No,
It's
the orphans hang out near the college, on the northern area near the Red
Yeah.
Moon Inn.
Correct.
Which is
I thought that was the.
All the way
screwed
up.
The
that
wind
up.
is in the southeast.
Gotcha. South, east or west?
Southeast is the wind.
Good lord.
Drowned rat is to the southwest.
West. Gotcha.
Drowned Rat is down there.
I know where they all are on the map, but for some reason I was thinking, looking at you guys' notes, that the wind was, because you guys had the lady, the female owner of the Red Moon, with the wind,
Rearrange it.
and I was like, why is she with the wind?
Because she's associated with it, because she's, for some reason. I don't know.
I thought she was associated with the wind.
Conspiracy walls are difficult with a group.
Right.
You really have to talk with only the voices in your mind.
That's what I thought.
Kill them. Not him though.
I remember what I was
Okay,
going to do.
so after brief discussions in the morning, the two of you set out to go find who?
My friends.
It's in the right direction for me to try to find, semi-right direction, for me to try to find the elf archers. What I do tell you, I challenged the elf and I want to make it happen.
Okay, so the elf, any archery and so forth, he's probably going to be at the Square of Marshals.
Okay.
Oh, wait a sec.
Potentially at the I'm sorry, the Graf Champion doesn't have anything today. We're on Basil Tog. So there is no events until noon, which starts at the Fire Breathers. And the Square of Marshals, the first one is at 5 o'clock in the evening, the exhibition of heraldic arts.
Somewhere around
Okay.
He may or may not be at that.
Okay.
So
So, I'm confused.
I'm hoping.
I'm confused about your definition of support. Do you want us to be outside ready to lasso the door, or do you want us to give you, like, supplies for stuff or both?
golf clap.
I don't need supplies for stealth. I want you ready to blast your way in.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll assist.
If you hear a
I prefer to
slightly
take
girly
out.
scream from inside, blast the door.
Okay, is there some place nearby that I can hang out?
There's a ton of places. The risk is getting there. You'll need assistance to get there. They have lookouts within at least a block.
Should I go do something else while you guys are doing this so that I'm not associated with it at all? Because I am by far the most visible member of this group.
If you're gonna wear your armor, you definitely don't want to be there.
I'm gonna wear my armor. That's not a question.
Crimson red wizard in the group.
It's burning. Barely noticeable at all.
There's a noble that I read.
I guess wizards are actually probably more rare than priests.
There's a noble that I heard of that's been taking great risks among
Here we go. I need
the
that.
higher ups. I really feel like she needs to we need to get eyes on her.
What
Okay.
noble
Perhaps
would it be?
you can charm your way into her life, and I give them your lady's name.
Heinfeld. Alright.
What's her name?
Lady Heinfeld.
Lady Heinfeld.
I need to make a chart. I'll
Very
figure out
specifically,
which chaos
during
factors
one of
members
the
aligned to.
What?
during
one
the
minute-
Minotaur fights,
1 minute
she was
right
one of the
now.
nobles
Yeah.
that had purple.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah, she got into a cart or a wagon and
Swag.
left. I saw her. She was good looking.
She was one of the ones wearing purple.
What do you know about this woman?
She's sadistic and evil.
Okay, that doesn't help me. Does she have likes? Does she have... Please get the knife away from your throat, dumbass.
She does enjoy keeping retainers almost like slaves.
Yeah.
If you notice retainers that have collars,
Okay.
those would be hers.
Dad. I also may have another contact because
Very large, muscular
Yeah.
retainers.
Northman.
So, Dad,
So those
On our
Northmen
way-
that I saw, they had the metal collars on,
They're leather, I believe.
but they have
They had no collars.
The leather spike is for the fighters and for her champions.
But what does she do for a living?
We have no idea.
He does.
She.
You have a background with her. You asked the GM to help fill you
What
in
does she do
on the
for a living?
background.
Are you going to share all your information to your
I
knowledge?
did not put you into this.
If I'm going to
For the
seduce
most
this
part.
lady, I need to know
For the
what
most
her
part,
interests
just
are.
wanna leave
you and me
out
have already left.
And now Bill,
the majority
her
of the
boyfriend,
country.
her boyfriend died,
Okay, but
so
I
it's
might
Okay.
have another
So
contact
she
that
is. She's a slave trader from Nordland
A slave trader. from
one that I have not
Okay.
even mentioned to anybody.
who is known for buying
Double-check.
stock
Mm-hmm.
for the purpose of pit fights. Success or failure.
Okay.
There were other nobles or
Interesting.
mentions like
She left before the match was done, didn't she?
there were other honorable mentions in the crowd that were in purple. Though, who were they? Does anybody remember? And Sean, can you help the people that have not been that long?
Wait a minute.
Heart, yeah, so it's been a month for us, but what about
Did
she take him?
our characters?
It's only been a
month.
day.
Long
It's been a. Huh?
he had a
Did
big
she take-
purple.
That's what I was thinking.
Andy's character?
Maybe.
Sash or something.
Sash?
something like that.
Maybe.
Okay.
There were- you
Sasha
mentioned there
was the
were
name I was thinking.
there were notable
There were.
people.
The only thing I recall was there was there were occasional people amongst the crowd who
They
happened
said-
to be wearing purple.
They said she had a
She
dress
absolutely
with-
did.
Yeah,
yes,
she
okay.
was.
She absolutely did.
Okay.
But you had also said that purple had become a popular color.
It seemed like in the crowd there was more than the typical commonality of it.
Right. So
Still have
either we're getting a very massive infusion of the cult, or it's somebody of influence has started to wear it,
It's trendy.
and it's becoming trendy as a result.
Yeah.
Okay.
the leather
All right.
stuff.
So she's. I can work with that.
I knew I could start a
Okay.
trend.
Does it have any penalties?
No.
You also
no
see, you've
penalties,
also
but
seen a larger
zero
number of people run down the
bonus.
street burning.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Everything else is a penalty, right?
No relationship.
You see him walk out of an alley.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
They asked for some physician talent, so I gave it to them.
So yeah, I'm
I
probably
even
going
Sir,
invite-
sir,
okay,
can you help me
on a
with
ver-
tuberculosis?
I forgot about that. The best opportunity to get close to the drowned rat is him. He can get you right in. He can get you right in. Me right. Well, I already plan on using it, by the way.
I'm already right.
What's the ground rat for?
It's
Is that where the
literally-
necklace is?
Yes, literally
Oh.
right next door, even adjoined to. I think it's even adjoined to the drowned rat.
What?
Is the
Hospice.
hospice?
No. The hospice is at the entrance to that section of town.
Oh, damn.
The drowned rat is roughly in the middle.
We can use that area for a rally point then.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to go.
There's no
with
drowned
plain
rats there.
leather and greaves and a skull
There's a
cap.
ton of drum hats there.
That's what I'm going to go
How far
with
can
my
you
basic
teleport
armor,
us?
and I'll probably find like
I
a
can't
mask or
teleport
something
you
I
anywhere.
can use.
First thing we're doing
I thought
is
you had
buying
a
armor.
Gert
Well, let's
Yeah.
see.
No.
Step 1 is to incinerate you.
That's
But I can put you in a
Let's
pouch.
test.
And then I could teleport.
And this would
But I
be like
can't
all
bring
stuff
it
that you
down.
need to like leave in our room or something.
By teleport, I mean I could scoop you up and carry you.
No effort on your part.
That's right.
The original version of
Like-
Blood Bowls.
It's like when you were a kid, you teleport from the
I'm
couch to
taking
the
a
bed.
little
You don't know
skull
how.
cap.
Yep.
Same thing.
But yeah, there's no.
Love skull cap,
There's no
8
teleporting
silver.
there.
I need to go ahead and figure out
Sure, I
Where?
have the
That
one-
you've discovered.
38
Do you have the
silver
one teleport spell?
is in total. Dad, I have questions I need to ask you.
Okay.
On our way here, I ran into a high-ranking soldier that was going to Mannheim,
Universal.
and then he was going with Blitztruppen
Yeah.
to war.
Uh-huh.
Would he still be here at this
No.
point?
No. The Blitztruppen was a recruiting team that was hiring soldiers and mercenaries to go east to fight in the wars. If you remember, there's that side story that there are a couple of counties that are going to war with each other.
Yeah.
There's been growing conflicts. The Blitztruppen was recruiting. The word on the street is they left at the beginning of Carnival.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to. So that other contact is not available. So sorry.
That's alright. We
Uh,
are going to buy some stuff.
Yeah, starting off, me and him are buying stuff.
Okay.
We just need to know what to mark up or whether it's going to be marked up.
So
This
the
is
rest-
leather armor. I think you just get
Yeah, I'm just getting breastplate, leather breastplate, and
Yeah.
greaves,
Everything
and
right now is
leather
20% more expensive.
They always have a sewer
So,
entrance.
what's 20%?
Why don't we just go buy the sewer entrance
6.
and fight them in the sewers?
Because I don't want to find the Bretonians,
Yeah.
and I don't want to find all. I don't want to
So,
open that
36,
chapter
and
yet.
then 20%
That's why.
8.
I don't want to have another thing to put on that fucking board for now. Okay.
You just
To that end,
Every
this
week I
a
add 5 or
triangle?
6 more pictures.
I
Just get like 6 more portraits for just random.
And
buy their
so
snow
that'd
globes.
be like 40 some.
all right. You guys work on your thing. I'm gonna go find
In total, it will be
Probably
40 some
be good
silver.
Lady.
We got 30.
That or gas bombs.
What else?
It's
Greaves?
Heinz-
36
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the breastplate and greaves.
What's your rank?
And then a leather skull
Huh?
cap is going to be
No, my name is
9.6,
Heinrich.
So 9 silver, 6.
Yeah, Lady Heinfeld. The only thing you know about her is she has shown up at a handful of these events,
Yeah.
and she's apparently residing at the palace.
At the palace.
So
Yep.
45.7
Okay.
brass, but 40.
To which you currently do not have
45
access.
silver and like 7 brass.
And
Yep,
you don't
that's
want
it.
access.
No,
I'll
I
go ahead and
do.
work off.
I can get to the
2
prince,
gold.
and he resides in the palace
Yeah. How can you get to the
Where
prince?
did my pencil go?
through the physician.
How good are
How
you
can
at
you get to the
climbing?
physician who's at the palace?
Do you not
Let's
remember me
go-
scaling the tower and
Knock on
going
the-
around
knock on the
tower
door
and
and say,
you
"Hey,
cycle
physician?"
through?
Oh yeah, and I just.
You're
No,
not-
say I'm
It's a
here
whole
with personal
concept.
I just
invite.
climbed
by-
up top and then climbed down.
I mean, I'm not a common citizen,
I understand that.
so
And
I
they-
think
they-
that if I walked up,
If you walked up, they would send a messenger
right,
to whomever to validate that you've been invited to the palace.
If you need anything.
And without a legitimate one,
And
they're not going to
I
let
got
you in.
Milton's
I
buckler
understand.
that
Okay.
he gave to me as a
but
present.
he
so
gave me
I'll
an
just use
invite
that.
I don't have
to
the
go
ability
see.
use the button.
Also, Ulrich.
Yeah, that I
should-
I
Okay.
shield with his brilliant
Did he
shield.
also provide me?
Technically, in
He would
Warhammer,
not have for
using
you as a
buckler
priest
is
of Sigmar.
talent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a buckler is a what do you call it? Fencing.
That would be far too far
Pretty
too
sure,
friendly
you'll have to look it up.
for that a leader of the other cult
I
Please
just
do.
remember the only people
to you
that
as
ever
a
had
ranking
was
member of
I
Sigmar.
had
Milton.
one.
a pit
I
fighter
mean, he'll
on
respect
somebody.
you outside of
Even
the
King-
outside of the
in
thing
the
and
world,
be cordial with you,
fighters had him
but
as
he's
a
not going to give you
fencing.
access to anything like that because
I'll
his
double-
main
double
concern
check.
would be
If
you
it's
having
specific
undue
skill,
influence on the
well,
grass.
That's
Right now,
as
he
far
holds
as
that
I-
influence.
It was just a shield.
Why would he elevate Sigmar to
Okay,
having
well,
that
yeah.
Keep in
level?
mind, in normal Warhammer, buckler had abilities like parry and things like that.
Slave market.
I don't know if a buckler has that.
Does the city
I
have a
don't
slave
know,
market?
but
No, it does not.
Milton gave me his. old
Slavery is
buckler,
illegal in Middenheim and most
before
of
he
the
went to
Empire.
the Minotaur fight, so I'm
But they're
just gonna use
allowing
that with
an
my
open
sword.
slaver to wander and be part of the
He
court.
If
he
you want to get, like,
claims
a lockbox
she is a
that I
slaver.
Put over other stuff in. You could also.
And I've run into her,
We already
or
have
we
one.
have run into her.
You've run into her a couple of times.
Right.
She has only interacted with him He interacted with her
I
at
just now
the
remembered that.
one of the garden parties,
Mhm.
and then she was at the play, and left during the second intermission.
She wasn't at the fight.
She was at the fight and left before the fight was over.
So we'll just put over stuff that will make us notable in the box and then head out.
You go ahead and do that. I'm not
So what's going on today then?
Today is Basil
The
Tog.
thing is, I can't go to Carolina.
There is the stadium has the fire breathers.
I'm not taking it.
There is the life sculpting at the Royal Gardens.
Fuck those babies.
Flying displays at the Great Park. Elven light singers at the College of Music.
So I can-
It's mainly
Snotball
me. I have way
quarterfinals.
too much stuff that'll make me too
Exhibition of heraldic arts.
How much is
The opera is going again, and then there's the ice dance
18 silver
championships
and
late
2
at night.
brass.
Snowball is
I think
played
that's
by
what I need.
humans throwing around a snotling in a cage, right?
Used to be, yes. Now it's a dead
It'd be
snotling in a cage.
It'd be
It's not
gold
supposed to
slash
be
They were
2010.
biting.
It's supposed to be 2010, not 2020.
Okay. I'm
That
gonna,
set- that DV range should be 10, not 20.
considering her
I fix
potential
that.
profession, is it known that
There we go.
snotling ball leagues buy slaves?
No.
But
Not-
it's
not
still plus
commonly.
20 in melee.
I mean,
so
they're
yeah,
professional
that'll work.
teams.
I'll just bring my Falchion
I mean,
with me.
It's roughly the Warhammer equivalent to
Just the
football,
basic
Yeah,
Falchion.
for
Right.
obvious
the
reasons.
Snotlings volunteer to be slaves.
No, the snotlings are captured,
No, I
but
understand.
and then they tend to die during practice season.
1-9. Shit. So
Yeah.
1 gold.
I can probably start a riot at the gates.
1, 2.
What?
I don't have very good odds of fucking finding her.
A target shield
Yeah.
is 21
Uh.
silver and 9 brass.
No.
At our current markup.
Okay, so
Wow.
the very first
That's
event
an
for
interesting
today
price.
is the ice.
That's for a
Is it
little.
like
Yeah.
16 silver?
Yeah, ice dance starts at 11 a.m.
This
at
will
the
just
Square
be
of
the
Marshals.
I'm gonna go to that first,
Did.
Okay.
A gold, a silver, and 9 brass.
and I'm gonna try to clean myself up as
Let me go
much
ahead
as
and mark all
possible.
this stuff
Okay.
on.
Right before I go.
I think you guys did yesterday before you went to the Red Moon Tavern.
Right. Yeah.
Extra clean.
Extra clean. Okay, you
Yeah.
get that extra grime off. You were up most of the
All-
night
I
putting
need
yarn.
more.
Equipment
Polish
list
my
on this
armor,
is too
all that
small.
good shit.
Yes.
Pick the red
Uh,
yarn out from different places.
Same
I'm gonna go to the first event.
Okay, the ice dance
I'm gonna
championship.
make a
Uh-huh.
little box over here for
Are
stuff
there
plug in.
tickets being sold,
Let me check.
or is it a public event?
Be careful, there's witches there.
I tried to.
They're licensed witches. They're ice
I'm
witches.
not gonna do anything like that. That's not. I'm gonna just use my.
Oh yeah, I'm just warning you, they use the term witch as a wizard. Just don't get the two mixed up.
Okay, so the ice dance championship
Just
goes
start
from
killing
11
fucking
to
wizards.
2. It takes place on the ice rink, created by the Ice Witches of Kislev.
Right.
Okay, they do it as a cultural favor to the city of Middenheim. They assemble to call down hail upon the square, which is then flooded with waters drawn from the city pools, freezing the area, leaving a smooth surface upon which people can skate for several hours before it melts. Then the following morning, they repeat the process. Competition between practice skaters is a serene affair appealing to the city's upper crust. After the contest, amateurs are allowed to take a turn, though by this time the ice tends to be melted mostly, and it's not super great. And it tends to rapidly degrade from the high scale, high society sort of event to comedy of errors as people are skating around on muddy ice
Fair enough.
type stuff. Okay?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. So it is public.
Yep.
Is there overlap between that event and anything else? Doesn't look like it. But oh yeah, there is. Okay. Well, I'll sit there for about half an hour
Okay.
and see if I can find her.
Okay. You guys are going to spend the morning gathering some supplies?
And then go and talk with my friends. After
Okay.
That.
Your
And what are the other two of you doing?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Yeah,
Prototype.
I had a plan last session.
So
Now I forgot it.
and
I realized my plan does on last session doesn't
And-
really work.
no.
You're going to go to Sons of Ulrich and warn them of a potential intrusion?
No, my plan is actually to start a riot against all of the guilds. That doesn't work.
Well, that's what the group overruled last time.
Yeah.
They were afraid that was going to happen.
Hey, Dad. What would leather breastplate and greaves plus a skull cap be?
It's
goes
on
for
the
armor type.
It's on the armor list.
Yeah, armor type. It's 10 for this.
That's it. It's just 10.
No
Just
added
10.
for the
Nope.
skull cap.
Just
Okay.
10.
No, all that does is keep you from getting crit in the head.
Yeah.
Potentially.
If there's a crit that says, "Do you have a helmet?" you can say yes. That's it.
Are there rickshaws?
No.
Hireable rickshaws
No.
in the city? Okay.
One of those.
Far
People
too
named
crowded.
Hmm?
For rickshaws.
Rickshaws are like little taxis where a guy pulls you in a chair.
It's like a
Usually
little.
they're faster
Oh,
than trying to
those.
walk.
Yeah.
It's far less tiring too when you're walking
Far
across
less
the big
tiring
city.
considering you're walking all over this
Except for the
fucking
poor
city
guy
today.
pulling the cart.
I don't care
But
about
no,
that. That's what I'm paying
I
for.
understand that, but
Yeah,
no, there
He
there
just
are
said
no.
they're missing whip.
That's right.
Hey, that.
No, there are nothing like that in the city.
Get power.
Nothing like that in the city. It's too crowded.
Okay. I've got to be in like 7 different places today to try to find her. Because I'm
Only-
assuming that she'll go to one of these social events.
If only you had some companions and you could split up and take
Doing
on
their own
multiple
thing.
things. These two aren't.
Oh, you're not part of this plot?
Now,
He's supportive. As in, you go for it, man.
I'm ready there to blow open the door when the time comes. But before that, I've not decided.
When are you guys doing
So-
this? Huh?
We're getting information from people, and we're going to try to avoid us doing it all.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to
We're
figure
just
out
getting
something.
equipment
I'm gonna,
as a backup plan.
since you know what this
Backup
broad looks like
plan.
better than I do, you stick with me.
Okay.
Nothing will look even weirder than a priest of Sigmar.
And
Yeah,
are you
ruffian of Ulrich?
Ruffian, yeah, Ruffian of Ulrich.
Get caught.
I'm playing it
See.
freely.
I'm gonna start calling you my pet dog.
Do you have like
I
a
guess while I have
face
the extra
mask
time, I guess
in
I'm
case we
going
do get
to
seen, so we don't
start
get recognized?
I'm gonna
tracking
make sure
down
that-
my preferred bedroll.
I need to get the skill animal.
You're going to try to find a Chilean bedroll again? That's the
I
other
mean,
one.
I got a different one. It's
I
just
do
the
not
same
know
thing.
who took that. Gosh.
Look at this. It
That's-
says thief.
That's what I'll do. Assuming no one else has any more productive activities, I'll
Okay.
do that for the day.
So you spend the morning window shopping and browsing through the markets and so forth.
Well, specifically,
Does it say Chilean on it? That's a fake tea.
no, I'm not shopping per se. I want to see if I could track down mine, like if there's any rumors or anything like
Like
that.
somebody
about-
has specifically sold one recently?
No, not sold one, but like I assumed it was like someone that was
Took
homeless
it
or whatever
away.
took it away and was using it to sleep and stuff. And I don't know what the rumors and stuff of. Oh my gosh, this person has a really fancy bedroll.
Okay.
Dug it deeper into my backpack. Shut the straps.
Okay.
That's
So
sort
you're
of
going to
like-
try to gather some information in
Yeah.
case somebody
I think
suddenly
I
has
have
come
that.
into a wealthy backpack or a wealthy bedroll.
It's been a couple days.
armor
My
type
overall
does not
thing
give
is
me
it would
penalty
it's
stand
big fancy
perception
bedroll.
or-
If it's
and
a
they're
street,
homeless,
if
yeah,
it's a street vagrant that suddenly has a fancy bedroll, yes, people
Yeah.
probably will be talking
that's,
about
that's
that.
my goal.
Did
So-
you see old John? He has this awesome bedroll.
I really do believe I'm not even joking. I think that's the one I stole from, acquired, isn't it? It was yours.
Probably. If it's
I
a
acquired
Chilean
a
bedroll,
from the group at
If-
some point. In
if
time.
it's just a bedroll, no.
No.
He had a Chilean bedroll that gave him bonuses.
Yeah, we'll get that too.
Well, not if he can't find it.
I'll
I forget what happened to it.
It got you pickpocketed the bedroll out of my backpack. It was so dumb.
Sorry, from the kids. We know who did it.
Yep. Elves.
I'm gonna spend some time gossiping around the.
You should get that.
Trying to get
The party goers? In the morning?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
thought-
they're supposed to
I
do.
Well,
thought-
There aren't very many party goers
I thought
early in the
for
morning
10 years.
because they're sleeping.
But
if
no,
you need
If you're,
to-
if you're just talking about visitors to town, there's plenty of those.
visitors town.
Okay. What
Did you need
information are you
at
trying to
any
look for?
weapons or anything else
I have no
But that
problem.
physician
Okay,
has a
never mind. It
bedroll.
won't.
I have a
what I was
elf
thinking
bow.
won't work because they won't have actually any
But
opinion on
as
it.
long as like
Okay.
I'm in a
There it is.
Okay,
keep in
so the
mind,
two
as
of you
long
are
as I'm
heading
in,
to
like, a
the
one-on-one
ice
fight,
championship.
I can probably take the person on.
Yeah.
Ice skating.
If
The
there
plan is
becomes,
to
like,
lead,
half a
lead
dozen,
each event
then
with enough
we're
time
in
to get to the next
I'm
event.
not in trouble.
Okay.
Right.
So
Are we
your plan
specifically
is to
doing
go
not
to
killing
the
people
ice
or killing
championship first.
Right.
The
And then
next one is going to be the Fire
Okay, so then
Breathers
I'll be able
at
to use my
Barnabout
strike
Stadium
rifle.
at noon. Yeah. So like I said, I'm only gonna be there for half an hour
at most. Yeah.
at most to see if she's there.
About the
Okay.
And
What is
then
athletics?
From there, you go to the Royal Gardens,
Do you
Yeah.
have battle
and then
language?
you have 3 events that are all going to be
Not an option for any
simultaneous.
class I take.
I don't
Oh,
know.
the-
Athletics so straight
okay,
since it's
so-
agility based.
2 to
So
4.
So like flipping over stuff.
3
Yeah,
5.
parkour.
I can still potentially make that.
Parkour.
And okay.
10
So,
ranks and climb.
shit.
That doesn't do a lot. Agility is much better for me. Like
All
almost
the events
30
that we've
points
seen
higher.
her at are highbrow type of
My
events.
agility to my strength.
Highbrow
Except the
competition.
fucking Minotaur fight.
Athletics is pretty good.
So
for
she
me.
might actually be at the snotball thing. There are 2 sets of
I got a
there's 2
decent
games.
climb, especially if I don't have all my stuff on
I
me.
have a fancy bedroll. It's for toting one.
And athletics, like if we
It's
need
not
to like
quite the same.
knock
Oh,
somebody
but
out,
it's
or
salvage
whatever,
it, so-
pull them into like a cloth and put them up in there.
Right.
Something
This
like
way,
that.
you can like double up.
Okay, so are you spending the whole day, just the morning, or are you meeting up with the group at some point?
I'll meet up with the group intermediate of the day.
Well,
in case
that-
they figured out something else we need to do. If we're meeting up, if we're not planning on meeting, I'll do the
It sounds like he's going to be running around town all day
then
with him.
And
Then I'll
it is
probably
better.
do it.
And then
If you can't
these
lock
two
pick it, I'll
may
just
or may
smash
not plan on going back to the tavern before they go off and do whatever it is.
I'll do all day.
Okay.
They
Did-
require my support, not I didn't
Did,
require theirs.
did the 2 rogues over there require the wizard's assistance
it.
after you get your initial supplies and information?
2
Why are we
rogues.
going after
No.
this chick?
I don't know.
What was the information I needed to get from her?
Whether or not she has the
So
bedroll.
Dad, just to clarify, last game we bought a lockbox, like to keep stuff in.
Okay.
In our room,
Okay.
and
I thought we got it as like a safety deposit box. I mean, maybe we didn't.
No. You
no,
got-
it
you
was
bought a
something that we
lockbox.
would put in our room.
Keep all your
and-
valuables together so it's easy
No,
to
not
transport.
all of our. For me, I'm at least putting all my equipment that would make me more notable, like my ceremonial armor, that sort of stuff.
Okay. So you have a large chest that has a lock on it that you can put your stuff in.
Yep.
Okay.
We bought that last game.
Sure.
Oh, it's so secure. So safe.
It's just jammed all the time.
Okay.
Just know we can open it at all.
And
I
like I
just-
said, are the 2 of you going to return back somewhere to meet up with the wizard
yeah,
for
it's
his
just a box.
assistance,
Yes.
or are you guys going to take off
If-
your own thing?
If necessary, well, actually, regardless, we'll come back to the group.
Yeah. Before.
Well, they're planning to be out all day.
Oh.
Oh,
The
yeah,
2 of them.
We'll
They're
come
gonna,
back.
they're gonna be out all day. I don't know if you wanted to meet up, and we were gonna do it without the
We're-
holy people.
We're gonna attempt to accomplish what we need in a timely manner.
Okay. So
Alright.
you guys plan to meet back shortly after in the early afternoon. So you have the morning to look around and see if anybody has recently acquired a nice bedroll. Meanwhile, you guys go do some basic shopping, get some supplies, and then your plan is to go talk to whatever his name is, the orphan.
Yes. I wrote it down somewhere.
That's probably a good idea.
I get right, so I can get distracted with something else.
Since walking up
Carl.
to people, Carl, okay, walking up to people and saying, "Hey, you orphan," probably isn't the best way. So, okay, so you guys do your shopping. I'm assuming everything you're looking for or buying is common equipment.
Yeah.
Okay, so not a problem. Like I said, with the 20% uplift for the carnival, that's no issue. You're done maybe noonish, and you head over by the college area where you've seen Carl wandering and doing things. Relatively easily, you find him. You see him hanging over on a low stone fence. He sees you, waves, hops down, and runs up. He's eating what looks like a overripe carrot. Chewing on it, walks up to you and says, "Hey, governor, what you be looking for?
So
You got me a job?"
this is. I already sent him to do stuff. I already paid him like Like when we were at the Redmond
We have
Tavern after
keep
that.
clicking along, but we absolutely do have a job for you. It's good of you to ask.
Excellent.
I'll tell him about my friend, not about he's connected to the soul part, but
Okay.
Well,
What
you
what,
need
what are you
someone-
going to tell him?
As soon as he starts talking, I go, who I am is none of his business. Just call me the benefactor of this particular exchange.
Yeah, I know you. You're the one-eat elf. The one looking for that bow.
Got it. I pointed my bow.
That's a might shiny bow you got there.
I look at it, does it shine? That damn it! It shouldn't be shining.
But I already sent them on a job. Like after we were done at the Redmond Tavern, me and William sent them to keep an eye on the tavern and see if they find anything suspicious, basically.
Okay. Yeah, they report they haven't seen anything suspicious. It seems pretty much normal. I mean, there's always a lot of people going in and out of that place, and always lots of food. But what they get from the alleyways is always tasty.
From where?
The alley.
Valley. Like the food that they toss out.
The red moon is.
Yeah.
From the Redmond. So we were going to ask them to.
We have a particularly lucrative request.
Lucrative.
Of course, everything I do is lucrative.
That's a big word. What's that mean?
Beneficial, money making.
Money making. I like money. Me and my crew, we like money. What could we be doing for you?
We need you to go in and retrieve something from us from the drowned rat.
From the drowned rat. Okay. What do you need from that place?
A amulet?
Just any amulet?
Nope.
Okay.
Do we have a specific?
We do.
Yeah.
How do I know that you won't run off and sell your information to somebody?
Well, I owe him.
Yeah.
He bought me that meat pie.
And I've been buying them a few other stuff.
You know what? I prefer.
We got hearts of silver here, man.
No.
But what I'm talking about is gold.
Oh, we can't do anything with gold. Look at us. We're street urchins. Everybody be questioning us if we show up with gold.
What if I gave you enough silver to amount to several gold?
But that'd be an awful lot of gold, awful lot of silver. You got that much money in your purse?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I can come by.
You do have that shiny bow on your shoulder. I bet you're pretty rich. You look like the kind of guy we should get to know.
I came into this place. It's not shiny. It's like a bow.
Yeah, it's like a big bow on it. Big red bow.
Yeah, big red bow on the back of it. It's a gift.
I'm taking the bow off, looking at it like, damn it.
You keep taking it off, but people from the guild keep sticking it back on.
Anyways, so what you said you got a job for us. You need us to follow somebody? That guy right there looks shady. We could follow him.
What we're looking for is individuals that are willing to infiltrate, get into the drowned rat
Okay.
undetected,
Okay, we could do that.
retrieve the item we're requesting, and get out.
Right, but you haven't told me what we're looking for other than some necklace doodad.
Well, the item, whatever it may be, necklace, amulet, tiara, it doesn't matter what it is.
I
The
got this
item of
one.
jewelry-
He holds up a basic copper chain with a black stone on it. Is this what you're looking for? Sell you this.
How much?
3 copper.
2.
2? Give me a barter roll.
Bordering with an orphan.
Haggle roll.
beggar.
Haggle does not exist in my vocabulary.
Yeah, because you use all them fancy long words.
I think I have it programmed. Haggle. Nope, I have gossip and climb.
It's fellowship based.
Yeah, that would be 63.
It's okay, he still hasn't introduced himself. That's a long word.
That is. it's getting distracted with that shiny bow.
I'm not introducing myself to the street urchin.
2 brass? Okay, fine. You can have it.
I'll pull out 2 brass and hand it to him, take the necklace at the same time.
Okay. It's a basic copper chain with a black stone in it.
I just recall a certain member of our group discussing these things being.
Yes, I do remember that as well.
Says, you looking for more? I can get you more of these trinkets.
Who do you get them from?
Well, they're just like laying around over at the merchant's quarter.
Laying around.
Yeah.
On
Got a
their
mutation.
necks, on-
Well, I wouldn't say that, but no. Every now and then we just find one.
Are they bloody in any way? Is there any type of?
I didn't see no blood on this one. Seems pretty clean to me.
Do you take them off of a body when you find them?
Oh, no. We don't deal anything with that. But you said you wanted us to retrieve something from somewhere. You still haven't given us any details. Although there was an offer of lots of silver.
Drowned rat.
Drowned rat.
Retrieve an item that is a piece of jewelry.
Okay.
Okay.
You want us to retrieve a piece of jewelry from the drowned rat.
Correct.
Any piece of jewelry?
No, there's a very specific piece, but I need to know that you're willing to do it
Um,
for 40 silver.
40 silver? Wow. Man, I can get some boots. Okay. Sure, you give me a description of this. Me and my mates, we'll head out. We'll go down there right now. We won't make no noise, nothing.
If you get these guys killed, we'll go
3 dead orphans later.
Risk it, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Hey. Now, since you got all this money, I'm going to need 50% up front. That's 5 silver.
Tell you what, I'll do you even better. I'll pull out 10 silver. Here's the advance.
10 silver. That's like 70%, man.
I'll give him the description
Okay. Of?
of a gold necklace.
A gold neck. Any gold necklace?
A gold amulet.
Okay.
Now, the necklace has to be, the chain is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
Amulet.
amulet itself.
Okay.
It's possible that it will be worn by the leader of the drowned rats.
The leader of the drowned rats. You mean the bartender?
He's not the leader.
Okay.
I know.
It's always the bartenders. I'm just warning you. You say you can do it, you're going to try and do it now, but it's very possible. In fact, I'd almost bet on it being worn by, I can't remember the guy's name
Okay.
for the life of me. I know I don't have it written down anywhere.
Andy probably does.
No, Carter. Well, I don't know.
The one person I think thought might would be William here. Thad,
I vaguely remember that it's a.
Eric Stormcaller,
Okay.
Unless
who
I'm
is the
worried.
leader of the Sons of Ulrich, may be the one wearing it.
I
Okay.
don't remember the details of the game.
What? Oh, yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay.
It's a magic creature.
Some guy called Stormcaller.
Eric Stormcaller is the leader of the Sons of Ulrich.
I thought you said the drowned rat.
Yep.
Is he going to be there?
I don't know. That's where last place I've heard of him being.
Okay.
Do you know where to find him?
The Stormcaller guy? No.
Do you know where to find the leader of the drowned rats? Not drowned rats. The Sons of Ulrich.
Well, no, I don't know where their hideout is. We've been down by the drowned rats. It's not really a good neighborhood. We like it over here by the college.
I understand that. So you come back a true gold amulet, necklace, and I'll pay you either way.
From the drowned rat.
From the
Okay.
drowned rat.
Okay.
Now keep in mind, I'm going to be following you.
You're going to follow us into the drowned rat?
I'm going to follow you from a distance, not into the drowned rat. I'm going to follow you from a distance because I'm going to make sure if you guys are yelling out for help, I can respond.
Oh, okay. So you're going to support us.
Correct.
Okay. You gonna blast the door open or something?
No,
Use
I've
that
got-
shiny bow and shoot somebody?
I've got people for that.
You got people. Ooh.
I pointed him.
He's gonna blast the door open.
He does all the
I can't
heavy.
You're him
He
for
does all the heavy lifting. You know, killing
Okay.
of many
I
people. and all
fart
that.
at the door.
Okay.
Um,
So you're gonna pay us the other 25% after we get you this gold doodad from the drowned rat.
I will pay you what I've promised.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will see you at the.
Aren't you gonna follow us?
Yes, but I prefer to meet you somewhere because I need to go take care of getting you your other. What was it? What did you say? 25%, 35%, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I need to go get it in silver instead of gold.
Okay.
So I will meet you at the outside of the hospice or
Okay.
the what do you call
Hospice
that?
of
Hospital.
Shalia.
Yeah,
It's the Hospice of Shalia.
of Shalia in the wind.
Okay, you know the drowned rats hang out there too, right?
I don't want you in there. I want you to be hidden outside of it. I'll be testing your abilities to keep out of sight. by
Oh,
then.
you won't see us. We'll be like the wind.
Uh-huh.
But not those guys.
Uh-huh. So I take off. I look at you and I say, I've got to
Okay.
get back and literally get change for the silver. But also, unless you have,
Yeah,
I'm paying the 40.
you see him wander over to a side where there's a bunch of kids playing, and he calls over like half a dozen of them. Starts talking with them. A couple of them, you hear one of the girls giggling. Another one says, "Yeah," and then the group of them start heading south.
You have 30 silver coin.
You're gonna get charged with a
Specifically,
contribution delinquency of a minor.
I got that.
Okay. So I head off as fast as I can, basically at a jog.
Okay.
I'm hoping I'm a lot faster than little kids, because I have a speed of 5.
Sure.
A speed of 5. I'm going to get
I'm not.
exchange two
Surprisingly, you lose track of them in the crowd fairly quickly, but
I'm going to exchange 2 gold for silver somewhere.
grab the first person you see. Give me gold.
Could be silver, actually.
Give me all the silver you got.
I'm going to get back to the inn,
Okay.
explain to him the
The plan.
insanity involved. And I say I may have bartered a very, very poor decision. I'm not sure if what's your character's name? Ender. I'm not sure if Ender
Anders.
Anders.
Anders cares
You
about.
hired Ender and all of his crew.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he truly cares about these kids because I may have just sent them in to die.
Yeah, there's kids. There's more where that came from.
But the idea is if the kids get in there, start causing a ruckus, or if they get in there at all, I plan on using them as cover.
Okay.
All right. So
So fucking evil, all of you.
I don't tell you anything. The only one that knows is him.
Good thing I'm out in the fucking city
Just
doing my
the
own thing.
evil wizard.
I
And
told
he was
you.
just like, yeah, that's a great idea.
That's excellent.
Says the evil thief.
Yeah.
Maybe the engineer has like a subsidiary Bob we can send them in with.
That would be awesome.
You're gonna make a fucking
I bet you the kids are
suicide
all for
bats.
it.
What is wrong with you?
If you get in trouble, stick this in a candle.
Yep, there you go.
Allah Akbar! Fucking wrong with you people?
Oh man.
It's like you said, you can make more.
Welcome to Warhammer.
They're all his children.
Oh,
To think, you all grew up on the street.
I know, I'm well aware of all that bullshit.
And all of you survived. You're the lucky ones.
They get you to suicide bombs.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm going to beat him at the hospice. I
I
you
need
don't
to
have
run
to
back
come to
to
the
the-
hospice, but
I need to run back to the inn and get all my stuff.
That's where you guys are at right now.
Yeah. I need to get all this
He's
stuff.
coordinating with the wizard, telling him what the plan is. You're getting whatever stuff it is you need.
you're not going to be wearing your true armor and stuff, are you?
Shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm
like,
getting all my stealthy stuff on.
Oh, stealthy. Okay.
Shouldn't we
Going
find
sneaky.
like where
Sneaky. Sneaky
the
snack.
priest is, so he can like take the blame for everything like he usually does?
That would be excellent.
Yes.
You mentioned
All you
something
need
about-
is a Sigmar Holy Symbol. You just drop.
No, if we get caught.
Amazingly enough, I have one.
I actually also have one.
But
I actually also have one.
I don't know how that happened. Oops.
a matter of fact, I even have this slip of parchment that has his personal name and accomplishments. I don't know how I got that.
Yeah.
I actually do have one as
His
well.
purity seal.
I can wake up one morning. Where the fuck's my purity?
Knock, knock, knock. Frederick, we wish to talk to you.
Then he runs away. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
He's got armor. He can't run that fast. Okay.
so where would they be?
Who? Them? You have
Yeah.
no idea.
Okay.
It is 2 o'clock.
So, Dad, note to self.
Note
I
to self.
now have
You
a
don't even know what
movement
day
of
it is.
4 now
Okay.
without my armor on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Alright, what is something? I have no idea.
Barley?
I have no idea what day it is.
It's the day 5.
That's great, except
Basil Tog.
Basil Tog. Basil.
Spear. No. Should I bring my spear?
Tomorrow is Oregano Tog.
Bring whatever you think is going to be appropriate for the situation. I don't believe a
Guns,
spear.
bombs.
Guns and bombs would be appropriate.
No, we did bring some oil and some fire to actually set the place on
Crossbow
fire.
or longbow or something like that. We're not setting anything on fire.
Man.
What?
It will go
I want to be an
straight.
arson.
I have no problem.
We're taking out the whole guild of the
With
surrounding area.
I have no problem with loss of life. I have a problem with mass genocide.
Wait, isn't that exactly the same thing?
No, it's not.
No,
Remember-
in the Middle Ages, keep in mind, there is a serious threat if a house catches fire
Yes.
of burning down most of the city.
One death is a tragedy. A million is a statistic.
It really is. I mean,
Who said that? It's a famous quote. Look it up.
Oh, this stacker.
Do you know who said that?
Okay, but
Stone.
I'm going to bring
Okay.
my sword and buckler in along. But
I was actually going to guess who was that British leader during World War II? What was his name?
Winston Churchill.
I thought it was that's who I would have called.
Nope. I'm gonna stall him.
Stalin also, if anybody's ever
And
seen
listen
Enemy
for
at the
vague
Gates,
pronouncements of,
one of the most spectacular World
We
War
were
II.
just talking about that, weren't we?
To
Weren't we
on
just
Basil
talking about
Tog,
when
you're
you
going
walked
to
through
the
gates?
Light
One of the
Singer.
most spectacular World War II
on
movies
there it
of
said the
all
J
time
sculpture
because it
sculpture.
plays it out.
Brought up
Day
Borg.
5,
What
there.
made
I don't have
it
anything on
radical?
Basil
Nix
Tog
gets the bullets.
for the Jade Sculpture.
What?
Oh, okay.
What started
The
it
Russians did.
Yes, I know.
I brought up.
There's
the
life
sniper.
sculpting.
And if you
On the-
turn
at the
around
Royal
the
Guards.
chopper-
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's like
With
tree
machine guns.
tree
Desert
sculpting.
Storm?
No, straight up actual stuff.
That's the only thing that's starting at 2 o'clock.
What?
Okay.
What is it, handcuff?
So that's to the northeast,
For
which
what?
is the opposite direction.
Half cocked.
Okay.
Handcuff.
Gunning out.
From
Okay.
Enemies-
So
Or he was an American sniper in Vietnam.
Okay.
Had a white feather on his cap and
What a
got like the most sniper kills in history up to that point.
Confirmed or unconfirmed?
American, yeah, confirmed.
okay, so he's heading northeast,
I'm gonna get the priest.
Okay.
where you guys are presumably heading southwest to meet the urchins.
I just look at him knowingly and just shake my head.
Okay. So that will delay him, based on where he's going, by at least 45 minutes to an hour.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm assuming he is going. I won't be there. And
No,
wanders off.
I'll be there.
With the priest.
But my character is assuming.
Okay.
He is saying I won't be there, and he's wandering off.
Okay.
And that's why I gave you the very my character gives you a very knowing look and just shakes his head and walks off.
As he takes his copy of your spell book out and the holy symbol,
Yeah.
try to drop
Right.
both.
You guys don't know I have that. Sean's like telling too much. Certain person's badge of honor. And
The Wrath of the Gods is.
Okay, so you guys head to the Basil Tog Fire Breathers of Carrollburg
Yes.
as the first event. That's at the Barnabow Stadium. Let me get to that. Barnabow Stadium, Fire Breathers. Okay, the Fire Breathers of Carrollburg is great grandfather of the city's current ruler, Duke Rainer von Bildhoven, ordered a great fire festival to celebrate the centenary of the accession of his distant relative, Magnus the Pious, to the imperial throne.
Okay.
Okay, supposedly based on a ancient fire ritual in the seat of their ancient kings. It was the spectacle of the year. Ever since then, fire breathers have flocked to the town, and as a result, Mindenheim's Entertainers Guild has become the greatest center of fire-breathing arts in the old world. Okay. Wherever they go, Carolberg's spectacular fire breathers attract enormous crowds. It's a very popular event. Lots of people. You're basically shoulder to shoulder with everybody pushing through. It's a free event, completely open, just a display type stuff.
Is there a certain area for nobility or
It is.
upper echelon types?
There's like militia that's sort of keeping the crowd semi-dispersed around the notables.
Okay.
Okay. Looking around, you see there is in attendance Johann Schwermuth, Petra Liebkosen, Natasha Sinnek, and Alejandro von Maris.
Damn it.
Alejandro, Master of the Hunt.
Yeah, fucker.
A couple of the ladies of the court. And what was the first one?
Johann Schwermuth.
I apologize, everybody.
Sure.
I'm just my character's really. I want to.
No, we're
I
used to him doing that.
You're playing with kids.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Johann Hofflich?
Well, we soon
Schwermuth.
turn him into suicide.
Experiment.
The general of the army, I believe.
I don't see
No,
one.
I don't. There is no Johann.
Not on this list, at least.
Schmidt.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's
A new
under the
face.
mid-marshals. He's in the middle.
Yeah.
Walls and
Oh,
defenses
because it
midnight.
says general.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the guy that protects the walls.
Walls and defenses of midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are the two.
Who
Now,
was it?
There were
But-
two. There were two ladies of the court, correct?
Petra and Natasha,
Right.
and then Alejandro von Maris. Now, given that your current schedule has you only about 30 minutes here,
Right.
you suspect about enough time to interact with one of them, either each or separately.
The two ladies are probably together, correct?
They're all sort of in the same grouping,
Okay.
but you could conceivably get the attention depending on how you approach, if necessary.
I don't think I'm going to approach any of them in particular.
Okay.
I'm going to act like I also belong in high society, considering my rank within the priesthood. I understand that
Like
I'm only
Milton.
silver 4, not gold tier,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I've
And you're staying
spent
with
a
them.
lot of money to look gold tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So I need both of you to give me a charm test. If you are gold tier, you're fine. Each level below that, give you a minus 20.
So my charm is non-existent then.
Well, it's existent. It just might be low.
Yeah.
you should just become wizards and make it gold.
He hired urchins to get him gold.
Luck be.
A lady to
76 is what you rolled.
It's charm based.
I offer the train assistance all the time. Only 1 to 3 referrals.
Okay.
89.
I got a. Trying to decide if I want to
I have a
reroll.
negative
I
3
didn't roll
charm
well.
in this case.
Do I have any talents for charm?
I got an 89 total.
Okay.
Fuck. Man,
Oh.
what a shit.
Am I
I
debating?
ruined that roll.
There.
An average roll, just
80,
average roll would have made it
87.
30 fucking
87.
points.
Okay. So yeah, you guys push through the crowd, trying to pretend to be upper echelon type stuff. The militia or the guards pretty much keep you separate. You can see them at a distance, and you can yell something to them if you
Nah,
want.
that's fine. As soon as I'm gonna look for what's her name. If she's not there, then I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
bail.
you don't get any sense that she's here. It's a relatively small crowd, just the 4 of them that are there watching it. The fire breathing show is spectacular as billed and advertised. Matter of fact, you feel a little bit of a tinge of regret when you have to leave early, because it's rather impressive. Such that you're not sure how they accomplish it, since they're obviously not wizards, but it's like they're doing magic with fire.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to separate from him, stay here, react to what I say. I'm going to rotate around so that I am yelling across, basically, the nobility, or at least the two ladies, right?
Okay.
What was your character's name?
Okay. Now, and keep in mind, functionally at this point, you're extending your stay here, which is going to limit your time further.
This will only take 2 seconds.
Okay.
Gowrie.
Gowrie? Hey, Gowrie! I guess this isn't fancy enough for Lady Heinfeld. I think we're gonna have to go somewhere else. She's not here. I mean, I don't think these people are. They're not of her class yet. Let's just go. And I'm just gonna walk off.
Okay.
I'll nod and walk out as well.
Okay.
I just leave it at that, and then we're gonna go to the next place.
Okay.
What?
Not. I like it.
Seeds, man.
I
Seeds.
know.
A couple of them seem to hear you and at least look in your general direction. They don't make any other
I
motion other than that.
refuse to even make eye contact
That's
with
fine.
them. I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, they don't necessarily see you as such. They just hear it and react to it and look in the direction of the crowd where it came from.
that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm figuring, ladies of the court, if I could needle them a little bit with a visiting noble. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
So
strife amongst the court.
from there you're going to
It was Snotballs at 3. That's not it.
we skipped over the ice dance championship, which was earlier at the Square of Marshals.
Oh yeah.
So
that's right.
we'll reverse it as far as this point
Okay.
because the fire breathers were from noon to 1.
So she wasn't at the ice dance.
She was not at the fire breathers.
Okay, so we will go to. I guess she was not at the fire breathers.
Right.
So
So
you
if
go to
you,
the ice dance.
Now
So
we're
you
doing the ice dance.
now you're running over to the ice dance because it's far more practical to run across town every single time.
I know. I know.
Okay.
This is why what did I say? I wanted to
I know.
find somebody to get me through
Yep.
the crowd quickly.
Okay, so you get to the ice dancing midway through. Most of the main show is wrapping up. They're still they're doing the award ceremony, that sort of stuff, and you can see a lot of the locals are starting to strap on ice skates in preparation for the public skate.
Mhm.
Okay, here and there you can see cracks in the ice where it's starting to melt and starting to fall apart. As I described, it takes place on an ice rink. Over on a stage on the side, you see several notables, including Relaine LaFerrell, currently dressed in a ice dancer outfit, wearing skates. Katarina Todbringer,
Ooh.
the princess.
Interesting.
Hildegard, standing carefully at her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenna Eberhauer, standing off to the side, having a conversation with about a dozen women dressed in bright blue robes filled with fur.
Okay, yeah, the ice wizard chicks. Okay.
There is, yeah, you see beyond them, you keep an eye on them for a little bit. Like I said, they're sort of off to the side. You also see Lady Heinfeld amongst the crowd, talking to Katarina,
Really?
occasionally nodding towards the crowd. Looks to be approving or disapproving towards some of the dancers.
Okay, I will walk up.
Okay, now they're separated specifically from the public.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll make my way over to it.
Okay.
I will not.
You will not. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
he
stay-
separates.
Stay back. I'll walk up, chin up, right, chest out type
Okay.
thing, like I belong there,
Peacock.
and as I approach,
Spiders do that too.
how far away from I'll make some assumptions. I'm gonna try to catch the eye of Verlaine,
Okay.
right? Because he should remember me. I mean, I stick out like a sore thumb. Verlaine, fancy seeing you here again. I was
Okay.
wondering if I was gonna bump into you. You want to get a drink tonight?
Yeah.
And as I say that, I'm just gonna kind of look over to Lady Heinfeld and give her a little smirk and a wink.
Okay. Yeah, he's currently finishing taking off his skates, putting on some boots, and
Oh,
donning,
man, I missed
donning
his
a,
skating.
a heavy robe or jacket to stay warm in the cold. He says, "Oh, greetings, Frederick. Didn't know you were coming to this event. You missed all the good show."
I did, unfortunately. I was caught up with the Fire Breathers, and that's a fascinating show. I really wish I had got to see the dancers though. So, you know, Sigmar, he tends to prefer fire over ice, but it's an unfortunate circumstance. But it's good to see you again.
Yes, you taking place in the Commoner skate?
No, and I'll look over at Lady Rifle unless somebody wants to skate with me. I don't really see a purpose in getting dirty.
Yeah,
Looks like you fine people had enough fun for the rest of us.
Yeah, she sort of looks at you, looks you up and down a little bit, and then almost purposely turns her back to you,
That's fine.
talking to the princess.
That's not the point.
I know.
I'm not expecting to.
It's fine.
You don't get in a girl's graces on the first time usually. You gotta wear them down.
How desperate she is. Come on. Now.
She's a noble.
And she's got a agenda.
Yeah, she's not here for love.
Okay.
And I'll just bullshit with him while she's there, and
Okay.
regale some of the interesting things that we've seen around town, and maybe try to establish a drink for the evening. Tell him about how I bumped into the court physician and how he's quite the character.
Yeah, according to him, he's planning to go to the Elven Lightsinger show
Excellent.
later on today. He'd be more than willing to have you as a guest there, and can secure a prime spot for you. It's always a very good show. If you want to join him for drinks there or some appetizers, that'd be good.
That sounds like a plan. I
Okay.
appreciate that. I'll see you then.
Okay.
I'll shake his hand, give him a big firm handshake, and you have a wonderful day, sir. I'll see
Okay.
you later. I got some business to attend to, and I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
And I head out.
As you head out, you can hear him start to play some music as they just start the ceremony for awards and everything. Out on the broken ice, people start heading out to start skating, start making a mess of themselves. So
What kind of instrument is he using?
he is using a guitar, I believe. Not 100% sure.
First you're
A
showing
lute.
him how firm your hand is, then you're asking about his instrument. Come on, man.
Yep. He is.
Equal
Yeah,
opportunity.
he has a fine quality lute.
As I step off the stage area, and I'm going to say this as I'm going past her.
Now I know what this is.
Man, that guy could play a lute, and just make a comment like that in general, and just walk away.
Okay.
Try to be as charismatic as possible in that moment.
Give me a charm roll.
I can play a flute.
Come on, baby, give me a good roll.
Gotta remember you're on bonus.
I know, I edited that. I'm re-rolling that too.
You step off and be arrested.
29. God damn it. First one was a 20. That's a 2. That was a 2. Now it's a 29. Alright, assuming I've got no penalties.
220.
No. It's still pretty fucking high.
Step off. The guards grab you and arrest you.
113.
138.
138.
No, you're right. No, 120.
You got 84 skill.
89.
89, yeah, okay.
89 plus 29. 128, right?
Plus 10.
118.
118? Okay, 118.
Okay.
Plus, no, the plus 10 is counted into that.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn, 89 charm skill.
Currently.
You also magically enhance your
I got a 30 freaking something.
Well,
Come
you're
on.
not
I've got a plus 10 too.
You're not very
But
friendly.
it's a 79. It's a 79 normally.
I wanna talk
He's
to
a
you.
priest. He's used to talking to people.
I want to talk to you or cut your throat.
What's less effort?
I have a,
Okay, so you notice Katerina
Yeah.
looking towards you curiously. Like she's trying to figure out who you are, what you're doing, and so forth.
She knows where I'll be.
Hildegard is looking rather disapprovingly towards you.
Hildegard.
Yes.
Oh, the
guard.
the princess is looking at me.
Yeah.
He's like,
Fantastic.
moving on up.
Even better.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, Katerina is
married
young.
with 3 children.
Young.
Some medieval
She's like
times.
16.
She's a older teenager,
Hey,
which
so am I.
thus
I'm
the
reading
thus the presence of the
Great.
I think I'm the only one in this.
Which is why I always
I'm
screw the
like,
lid back on.
no.
So, how old is Hildegard?
well, that's like 3 for an elf.
I'm reading the Crucible.
Hildegard's old.
30-year-old man.
Ah,
dating
damn.
a
She's in
not
her
like
50s.
30 something.
No, she's in her 50s or 60s.
Fuck.
Not just.
I could knock the dust off of that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
You realize that we're that age.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
we're talking
Oh,
about a different
okay.
thing.
30-year-old man dating a 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's gross.
Jaina and the rest of the ice wizards don't seem to have any interest
I
in you
don't
at all
care.
whatsoever. Lady Heinfeld
Lady Heinfeld?
glances at you and then whispers something under her breath to the princess. You see her snicker a little bit, and then they go back to their conversation.
Don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
Confidence.
So from
I
there, you
absolutely would.
Dirty Sigma.
Oh, I care. But what can I do in that moment?
I know what
Challenger?
yes,
No.
summon the Graphs champion.
Hey, you can take the day off. This is like a perfect chance to challenge.
Nope.
No, he doesn't have any scheduled competition. He never takes a day off.
What do they always
That's the problem.
Yeah.
People who perform.
Yeah, he's been working for the last like 30 years.
Yeah.
Last day off was when he was born.
Okay, so from there you were going to
All about.
the next one on the schedule is the life sculpting at the Royal Gardens.
Right.
On
I
the
don't
other
even know
side.
what it is.
It's tree
Oh my god.
tree and hedge trimming.
This is the one I didn't want to go to because I felt like it was the most dangerous. It's yes. The way he described it, I was like, I'm not going to that shit. No. The fire one didn't even scare me as much as this one.
The okay,
This
life
one's green wizards or something.
yeah, green
or-
wizards and druids, jade wizards.
Yeah, Jade. That's it.
So this is the
Yes,
I'm used to
fire
dealing with
fire.
fire.
Okay, so
this-
I'm gonna go meet him, the light light singers at 8, right? Or no?
the light singers are at 3.
Oh shit, that early?
Yes. The life sculpting starts at 2, so you have 30 minutes to be here and interact with people, and then you got to run off to the light singers if you're going to meet them.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Otherwise, you might offend them. So life sculpting is at the Royal Gardens.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
right, me.
if I realize that
It's starting
the
to get
next
hot.
event is where he's going, right?
He was getting cleaned up and heading there because he doesn't have any interest in this one.
I'll just stay there and bullshit with him, and if he's willing to let me accompany him, I'll walk with him
Yeah,
to the
it
next
has to
event.
for 3 days.
Um,
Probably not walking.
Is he walking or is he taking a coach?
he's walking, but he's here doing ceremony stuff. Like I said, he was playing his instrument for the crowd
He's just
and for
gonna
the
leave me.
awards and everything.
He's just gonna leave me in the crowd.
I should have put a bunch of my ranks into athletics and went out there and ice skated.
Then
like
I
this.
will stay.
That's probably not actually a bad idea.
Probably
Having
good.
I got
that
tons of
information.
athletics.
I will stay instead of just walking off.
Okay.
62, I think.
And
I don't know
are
for
they
sure.
still serving
Yes, they
drinks
got
or
you.
anything like that here?
They're not serving drinks at all. This is a public display.
I'm an elf, dude.
Okay, perfect.
I'll just sit and enjoy
I'd
his.
probably struggle.
Yeah, I mean, at
music.
this point, they do some awards and some basic medals and things like that, which seem more
58.
ceremonial
Yeah.
and decorative sort of thing.
Mhm.
They
Nice.
give a
20
handful of
points out.
awards to
That's
some
a-
well done, some good skaters.
That's
But by that time, the whole ice skating rink is filled with all the commoners, the families, the kids, etc., with their skates. And like I said, over the course of the next 30 minutes, the ice is rapidly melting,
Yeah, I get it.
and it turns into more of a comedy show of people trying to skate, fall over, get covered with mud and everything. And the crowd seems to completely enjoy it.
That would be so much fun. That'd be like the event. Everybody, let's get on, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it turns
Just
into
like some throat slit by a fucking skate.
it turns into a big mud pit type
Yeah.
stuff. But the kids are thrilled with it because it's sort of an atmosphere of going out to the sledding hill.
Yes.
Well,
type
I
thing.
can appreciate that. I'm not really worried about that part. I'm wondering more what's happening inside the booth, basically.
Okay.
I wanna
So
know they'll find
the
a skate.
wizards,
Uh-huh.
Lady Heinfeld, the princess, and Hildegard
They're underground.
all
still.
leave as soon as the ceremony's over.
They haven't gone underground
That's fine.
at all.
Okay. Rolane, as soon as things wrap up, gathers his stuff and heads out.
Okay, as soon as the ladies leave, I'll leave too, and
Okay.
I'll start heading over towards the ice thing, or the
The light
light-
sculpting?
the light singers. Isn't
Light-
that what I'm supposed to be meeting him?
You're meeting him at 3 at the Light Singers.
Yeah, I'll head
Okay.
towards that general area.
Okay. So, meanwhile,
Yeah.
you
Okay, now that that's over, what would you have done differently?
The only you did everything. I was impressed. The only thing differently is I would have found a flower and gave it to the princess. I would have, because that's the big thing is you give it to the performers. They probably threw flowers out, even if it was somebody to pick up off the ground and say, you know
And
what?
now I have to find something to do.
That's fair.
well, no, you
That's
see him.
fair. That would have been
You're aware
so
of whatever
slick.
he's doing.
Mm.
So,
but I was not invited to the Light Singers.
well, are you
Probably
going
got
to the Light
blocked
Singers? Or are you doing
by
something else?
The chick. That's the whole point.
I mean, you guys are together in the crowd. You can coordinate however. So, are you both going to the Light
Should get
Singers?
the Lady Heinfeld. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, but
No.
Give it to both of them.
would you
Make
like
her
to
jealous of
try to
princess.
shadow the?
You're risking something doing that.
Is shadow what? Is shadowing a sort of talent?
Yes.
Talent? No, it's a skill.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Shadowing is a talent because I have it.
Okay.
Shadow, able to shadow and spot a shadow. Basically, all it does, it's not like it precludes you from shadowing
Right.
somebody.
Anybody can do it. It gives you big bonuses.
It basically eliminates one of the skills that people try to detect you with.
Right.
Alright.
You know, right now you have to succeed in 2 skill checks to be able to shadow somebody. I only have to succeed at 1.
I was going to say, anybody can follow somebody.
Right.
You're generally not successful as you're trained.
I'll try to shadow the women.
The women. Okay, you have to be specific because they're going to split up.
Oh.
They're not traveling together. The princess, Hildegard, and Heinfeld all get into what is labeled as a royal coach, and that heads north towards the palace.
Alright then.
The wizards head east in the direction of the rest of the city, presumably towards the college.
So that's a no-go. Did you ever give us a location of if you are going to meet
No,
up
they're
with
visiting
anyone?
emissaries.
I did originally.
Yeah, they have a emissary or a diplomatic building here in town, which would be associated with the college.
Let me
So,
sacrifice 3,000.
Shadowing someone.
I wish to be an
following
ice
someone
witch.
secret.
It's not gonna work in this situation.
You could probably, well,
How much?
and
A
it-
couple
shadow.
thousand.
I can't
Yeah,
shadow.
he's a
Because you have
You
to
can't
get
what?
rid of
I can't
all
shadow
your
a
ranks
moving
and
vehicle.
spells and stuff like that in that.
Yeah,
In that
you throw it
zone.
all away.
You throw it all
Okay.
away to switch.
depends on what you're willing to risk.
He,
I could
he probably
shadow,
has
but my
3,000
character
banks.
would choose to do it because the moving
Jesus,
vehicle has to
son.
follow
I don't
roads.
have it banked, but
If you decide to
He's got a
parkour
lot.
across
I've memorized
rooftops,
spells and stuff like that. All those
You can do it.
memorization has to go.
I don't have the agility.
Yeah.
okay.
They
So
wipe your
it's-
memory
it's a
clean when you
combined
join the other
per-
school
it's a combined perception and stealth
Why would you
test
agree to that?
against their
because it's a
against
option you
your
want.
stealth skill. I'm sorry.
This way you
So
can freeze
they
people
get
healed,
perception and stealth. No,
or if you can't, you can just freeze them until you can heal them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Perception and stealth versus your. If you pass the perception test but fail the
You can
stealth
apply
test,
if you want to become
you follow your target, but they see you.
a
If you fail the
ice
perception
witch.
test but pass the stealth test, you lose your target, but they never see you.
it would be an option.
I only have to pass one thing.
So
Only
are
have to
you?
pass perception check.
Is he going with you to the Light Singers, or are you going independently? What are you guys doing?
It would be rude for me to tag along to your Light Singers.
You have a history with this woman. Is it a bad history or a good history?
Poor history. Very poor history.
Yeah, you should not come along.
I I only test for perception or stealth, whichever is better for me.
Got it.
Okay. So, what are you doing if he's saying you're not going to tag along?
Still debating that.
Okay. Well, I need a quick decision. You going to go somewhere else? You going to go anyways?
I'm going to go. Have the fire breathers ended yet?
It is at this point. The fire breathers, yes, ended at 1.
Okay.
At this point, it is because you guys stayed for the dance or for the dance competition. It's close to 2.
Got it. I'm gonna try to find some place where I can get myself fancier clothing.
Okay, so you're going to go shopping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay, so you meanwhile head off from the tavern towards the life sculpting event. You spend 15 to 20 minutes looking for the cleric and his assistant without any sign of them. However, if it matters to you, at the life sculpting in the Royal Gardens, Jade Life Sculpting, spellcasters of various types are using their arts to create beautiful and fantastical shapes in the topiary garden. It's an exhibition rather than a competition or a contest. However, most of the participants are trying to one-up each other as far as they try to make the most fancy one. In particular, the most notable talents are the Wizards of the Jade Order and the Wood Elves of Laurelon.
Okay.
There's also supposedly whispered a truthsayer from Albion taking part and demonstrating some of their druid lore. Okay. On Basiltog, there is Petra Liedkosen here, Adel Mueller, and Isolde Begegden, which I don't think are actually on your list.
What was it? Yeah, what was the second and third one?
Adel Mueller
Yeah, he's not on here.
and Isolde Begegden, which I think are these notable ones.
Speaking of which, I would have gave you a necklace with a little black stone.
Uli Breitner?
Right here.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, that's, yeah, they're not on here.
Okay, so Isolde is the senior priest of Shalia, the head of the Church of Shalia in this area. She's a small lady in her 40s, long brown hair, expressive face with large eyes, and a few more wrinkles than one might expect for somebody as young as her. And then Adel Mueller is
Ada, A-A-D-A.
Adel, E-D-E-L, is the head of the cult of Verena.
What?
The cult of Verena. One was the head priest of Shalia. Verena is the goddess of wisdom. So those two plus Petra Liebkosen is here.
She's the lady of the court.
Yeah, but she's specifically had. Never mind.
Yeah, she seems very interested in the plants and the decorations and everything. The other two are talking with her, discussing the various artwork and the flowers and things like that. All very impressive if you're interested in it. I assume you're more interested in the magical workings and so forth. Completely out of your over your head as far as how they're doing what they're doing. It's very impressive. Not quite as impressive as fire would be in this situation, but impressive for what skill they have.
Okay, well, I'm not to burn the place down. So, fire in comparison to the
Green
plants.
flames. Green flames.
Oh well.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really feel like being shot, so I will. Guess if I don't see him, I will.
Yeah, you're not able to locate the cleric or pit fighter.
Do I know where Andy's character is? Whatever that person's name is. Did they go? Did he go with them?
With who? Them?
Yeah,
Carlton.
yeah, Carlton.
Carlton? I'm not sure who would have taken him.
We don't even know what.
He was at the tavern with you that morning.
Okay.
That's up to you guys who would have gone.
He would have marched in front of that person right there, going, "Make way."
That's what I was kind of using to track down.
Totally
It's just
forgot.
like
Okay.
listening in the crowd and stuff.
I assume he wasn't being
Okay.
used.
Yeah, there's no sign of Carlton either.
Okay.
And you make a couple of inquiries. Nobody seems to recognize who that is.
Okay.
I-
I will go to the hospice then.
If it wasn't
Okay.
for the fact that there's that rule that if somebody else mentions it, you can't use it, I would have told you, hey, Carlton. But
Okay,
with the
so
flower, I could tell you, hey,
Yeah.
the two of you head down to the hospice. As before, it's a pretty rundown place over at the southwest quarter.
okay,
There are several people lounging in front of the place. They look like they're partially injured or due to wounds and so forth, like work accident type stuff.
okay,
The weather is fairly decent, although pretty cold, given the late time of year. It's almost New Year's. On the street, you see Carl and his friends playing with a stick and smacking a rock back and forth against a wall, just distracting themselves. They see you. Carl stops what he's doing, gives a short whistle, and gathers up his friends, and you see them bouncing down the street towards the drowned rat.
I watched to see if any of the people that are leaning out in front of the hospice follow them with their eyes.
They keep an eye on them. I mean, they're watching the people that are walking by in the
Do they
street.
have weapons?
No.
I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking
Right.
about, okay. All right. So I look to you. Take him to the shadow where you
He shows you his broken arm.
Still have the split on it.
That's right.
Are they roof? I look up at the rooftops. Are they close enough that I think I can make it from rooftop to rooftop to the drowned rat?
All the way over there? No. And they're pretty steep.
Okay.
Could you get up to the roofs? Yeah. It'd be fairly easy to get to the roofs from an alleyway or something like that, relatively stealthy. It'd be pretty difficult, given the general condition of the roofs and how steep they are, to be able to maneuver on the roofs.
Just wondering how lucky I'd be that the pitch of the roofs aren't.
Would line up all the way? No.
I mean, they're not going to be like this and this and this, or they should be generally the same in different rows. It's the nature of when.
Typically, yeah. I mean, they're going to be somewhat lined up, but again, the roofs aren't maintained well. They're not super sturdy, and they're covered with mosses and other things like that.
Then I take the shadows and work my way to
A vantage point?
a vantage point, and then I'm looking for ease of access points at that point.
Okay. So you find a spot just up the road from the drowned rat.
Okay.
Again, the structure of the building is a large tavern on top of a warehouse building. Okay. The road sort of circles around it, and people can access the tavern directly. When you've been to the Sons of Ulrich, you've always been in the lower level, the warehouse,
So not at the bar.
not at the bar. As far as his meetings, those have always been down below.
When I went in.
When
it's
you
down below.
were you at a Sons of Ulrich meeting?
No,
No. Then you always went upstairs to the drowned rat.
I really needed. Damn.
Okay.
What's your character's name
So-
again?
Gary.
I need a gallery.
So you get into position there, and you're keeping an eye. You can see the kids sort of playing. They seem to be doing a decent job, just pretending to be kids, just sort of randomly heading over that direction. They get over towards the building. A large guy steps out of the building and heads out in the street, yells at one of them to get out of the way, and then just heads down. As soon as he goes around a corner, they stop their play and look almost serious. The larger kid looks around the corner, keeping an eye out, while the other ones head over to the door, stand up on one of their shoulders and look through the window. And then a moment or two later, they send in one of the little girls.
Trying to find an access point for the warehouse below. There has to be some way that they load in material goods.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of large warehouse doors.
And I immediately, as stealthily as I can, approach the building for one of the
Okay, it'll be across a fairly open courtyard where the wagons would go.
hood up.
There's not a whole lot of cover.
It's
then.
fine.
Okay.
Hood up. Hope there's no traffic and head across.
Okay. Yeah, you head across there. Most of the streets here are pretty empty. It's not a popular area as far as the carnival is concerned. Pretty quiet. And there's lots of shadow given the nature of the buildings here. Are you staying with him, or are you staying in the shadows back up the street?
Can I get like basic layout of what this area is right now?
Tight packed old buildings that stretch 2 to 3 stories up, and in front of you is a large courtyard area where wagons would roll in and then go into a warehouse where they would unload typically. Up above it would be a large wooden tavern, and the road sort of curves around the courtyard area to get up there. He's heading down below to the warehouse. Basically, think of it as a big garage, while the kids have sent one of their number into the tavern up above.
It's all about how important are the kids to you.
Right. The other ones are standing out there keeping an eye out, just sort of looking out on the street, keeping an eye on kids, on other people. Every so often you see them just joking and playing around as somebody walks by, pretending like they're supposed to be there.
Okay. I'm going to try and stick with him.
Okay.
best I
So
can.
the two of you cautiously move across the thing. You get over to the doors fairly easily. They're, I'll say, 3 large gate doors leading into the warehouse area.
For your information, without all my metal armor, I am actually fairly stealthy.
That's good. Okay. The kids up above see you. I mean, they're just standing there basically. They don't really acknowledge per se. It's almost like they don't recognize you. At least is the impression you get.
Okay.
They just continue playing. What are you guys gonna do?
Try to get into the building quickly and observe if there's anybody that sees us.
Okay.
My idea
Give
is,
me a blind GM perception roll.
my idea is if there's anybody there, they get an arrow in the throat.
Okay.
I also have lots of good
With your
perception
shiny bow.
there.
Blind GM.
My
There it is.
plan was to go there with my snake suit on,
Okay.
since it's kind of like the hospice for
Mhm.
like ballsy era.
Okay.
Hopefully that's correct.
That way I'm not screaming gold in the brass area.
Perception.
That's correct.
Okay. Why are these at purple?
I just have to put it in there. Red is organization.
Private and blind jam.
Jobs last.
Did you get that?
Okay. So you've got on the side is a access door. You try it. Looks to be unlocked.
Okay.
Well,
You push it open quietly. It creaks a little bit, but you're able to fairly easily slip in without opening it fully. Inside, it's fairly dark, given that it's an enclosed building. There's no lights as such going. And over the course of a minute or two, you pause there listening and peering into the room. Outside, nobody seems to, at least you don't spot anybody that cares or sees you go in. Nobody seems to react to it. You can hear the laughter of the kids just outside and up above you. They're like 15 feet or so above you outside.
Okay.
As your eyes adjust to the dark, you're looking into a large open warehouse. Other than a couple of support pillars here and there, it's otherwise pretty empty. At the far end, there is what looks like not really a podium, but more of a raised platform on the far side. And there are a stack of curtains and things like that just sort of piled up on the side. Okay. On the left, about midway up, there is a stairwell that leads upwards. And here and there are stacks of boxes and various cargo and so forth.
Podium with curtains?
What's that?
You said podium with curtains?
No, it's a raised platform, and on the side looks like stage decorations and things like that sort of piled up and stored. Okay.
Did they tell us where
No.
it would be?
On the right-hand side, past it, there is a hallway that runs back, and you can hear some talking of some voices. Sounds like at least 2 people. You can also see some lantern light.
Draw an arrow. I look at you and I point to the lantern light, and then I head to the raised area first.
Okay.
But I'm being as stealthy as I can. As I start heading that way, I want to see. He's told me quite a bit about what happened with him. I don't know how much, see if there's anything specific in that area, any paraphernalia, any.
Okay. You head over to the stage area or the podium. Looking at the material, just glancing at it, it's kind of dark. I don't know. Do you have night vision or dark vision? Okay, so it's pretty pitch black. I mean, you can see a little bit, but it's very gloomy and difficult to see. The alpha's fine. You're looking around. It looks like lots of items and decorations decorated with signs of Ulrich. Okay. So whatever this stuff is, it's decorations that you would typically put in for some sort of Ulrican ceremony or ritual.
Okay.
Its specific purpose, you're not really sure. But from the look of it, this would certainly make a good meeting hall type thing.
So, let me get the basic layout. So we came in a back door, effectively.
You came in one large wall that was nothing but doors.
Okay.
Big rectangular room that extends into the darkness.
Okay.
On the left-hand side is a stairwell that leads up, and at the
Guessing to
far
the tower.
end, to the right of the stage, is another hallway that leads back, from which you can hear voices and see light.
Okay, so the stage is on the right hand side, the stairwell's on the left hand side, presumably going
No,
up to the
stage is
tower.
at the far end of the room, back side of the room.
Okay, so very end of the hall.
Right.
Yeah, very end of the...
And the hallway is just off to its right on the back wall.
And you said there's really only 4 pillars in here? That's it, really?
You just said
There's support pillars. There's maybe a half dozen, 6 of them or so. I mean, they're all stout beams supporting the roof above. You can hear above you the sounds of footsteps and so forth in the tavern above, and loud voices and so forth. Doesn't seem to be any sign of alarm or anything like that.
Okay.
It's all very muffled, but you can hear people moving around here and there.
Okay. Okay. Now I actually have an actual mental image of it.
Okay.
So, we're going to try and knock the 2 guys out or kill them?
yes. I'm heading towards corridor,
Okay.
and I'm stealthing down that way.
Okay.
How
What are you
good
doing?
is your stealth? I'm trying to, as we're moving that way, I slow down a little bit to judge him.
Okay. So
Do I
what's
think
your
he's better
stealth
than
skills?
me, or
What's yours?
technically, I get to re-roll my rolls, or not
Okay.
re-roll,
You
but I
get to
take the
flip 'em.
higher. Yeah, flip them if it means a success.
Okay.
So my stealth is it's based off agility. 68.
47.
Okay. I'll go first.
He seems competent, but not necessarily an expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does seem much lighter on his feet, not wearing his heavy armor.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it's a narrow hallway. You can hear voices, like I said, coming from the far side. They are speaking Reichland,
Okay.
and seem to be discussing upcoming shipments. And one of them is griping about the taxes they're being forced to pay and so forth.
Right. They be speaking right.
Reichland is just common.
Okay. I thought Midnight had its own common.
No.
Okay.
No. Right.
I mean, they have a different dialect.
Yeah. I mean, they're speaking with a Middenheim accent.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
there's different accents.
They're not
I-
speaking Orcish.
As soon as I get to the point where I should be able to see
Hmm?
the occupants of the room, obviously I want to try to paw, the whole peek around, try
Okay.
to see what they are.
Give me a blind GM stealth skill for both of you, and I will reverse it if appropriate.
You can actually see the roll itself.
I can see the roll and I can reverse it.
And it's urban.
Yep.
Keep in mind your stealth skill with ranks in it has to be specified. What you put in.
They're speaking Bretonnian. Yes,
There's
sir.
no specific stealth. It's
There
just
is.
stealth.
No, there's not.
Nay, we shall not do that.
You have to specify whether it's rural, urban, whatever. It has to be specified. Stealth is specified.
I smite at thee.
There is no. I have stealth.
Yeah, sneaking through
Unless
city
you-
and
you
sneaking
not
through
have
the woods
ranks
are
in
very
it?
different.
No, I just have, like, my base agility.
Okay, you have no. Wow, your base
Yeah.
agility's 47.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you're good.
All right.
Yeah, see, if he was trained, he'd be really good.
Yeah.
Imagine if at the beginning of the campaign you decided not to wear heavy armor.
Did it go through?
Well, yeah.
62. Jesus Christ.
That's his base agility.
That's insane.
I mean, he's been playing for 2.5 years
So hey, he's
with Ben.
38.
No, that's with my magical plus.
Okay.
What's your
Did
strength?
mine
though?
go through?
I have yes.
30, so average.
Okay, so you
What's your
move up
strength,
to
like
the
in the
side of the
60s?
to the corner.
No, I haven't even been able to put any strength.
Oh God.
Right, you move up to the corner. Peek around. You see a table. There's a couple of large, stereotypical Ulrichian guys, brutes of people. One has a long beard. The other one is close shaven. They're wearing basic worker clothes, fairly sweaty, fairly dirty. They have a couple of mugs on the table, and they're tossing cards back and forth, griping about the current day.
Exits to the room.
No exits that you can see. Looks like it just ends in an office type area.
Golden amulet.
No, nothing visible.
So this is a dead end to these two individuals. Not-
Behind you, you hear a slight shuffling as Ben slides up. One of the guys looks up, says, "You hear that?" The guy says, "Probably just the rats again. Come on, it's your hand. Keep going."
I wait for the count of 3 before I peek to see if they're still looking in our direction.
Yeah, they've returned to the card game.
Shake my head. I was gonna have to kill it. Dude. Alright, nothing else in there. There were 2 people.
Were there any boxes in the previous room?
In the warehouse, yeah, there's quite a few crates and supplies. There's several stacks of them. What's that?
I think I need a horse, but then whoever's running
You don't need a horse right now.
I know.
No weapons.
No visible weapons.
Well, to me, if it's not visible, it means it's like a dagger or something.
Yeah, I mean, almost everybody, I would assume a dagger is a basic thing. Okay.
So there's nothing. They don't have like a. If they have a hand weapon, that would
They
be
do
obvious.
they do not have a hand weapon on them,
Okay.
and there's no weapons on the table. Now you can't see the entire room.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick peek into the whole room, and then back out.
Okay, now
Wait till-
it's maybe a 10-foot gap from the corner to the room. So you'd have to go up to the room itself. There is a door to the room. It's currently closed. I'm sorry, currently open. Correction. It's closed.
I saw all of that.
They just closed it.
The door.
Through the window.
It's your
No.
outside.
There is a door. It's currently open, which is why you can hear and see them, obviously. But it's a short distance from the corner where you're at to the room.
And will I be 100% exposed to their vision if I move up?
Yes, but it'll be pretty dark.
And will keep the bow and arrow ready. If one of them looks my direction, I'm firing.
Okay, so give me a blind stealth check, counting -10 for that shiny bow.
No. Come on.
It seems like we radiate.
That's right.
Well,
The magic
no.
bow, when in times of danger, it glows.
No proper elf will carry a big shiny bow. Intricate, maybe, not shiny.
Especially what else? That's still
Okay, you move cautiously up to the corner, or to the edge of the doorwell. Ben peers around the corner, watching you, ready to tensed up, ready to jump out and crush somebody if necessary. You get up right to the edge of the door cell. You look around. There's a desk on the right. There's a unloaded crossbow and a small quiver of arrows. On the left-hand side, there's a filing cabinet, and then a small rack of pegs that has a couple of swords and scabbards hanging from it. So they are armed relatively closely, but they definitely seem at ease. The two of them continue playing, completely oblivious that you're standing 5 to 10 feet away from them.
I'm going to ease my way back away
Okay.
and point up. Unless I saw any other exit to the room.
No other exits to the room.
God damn it.
Okay.
What up?
You head back to the warehouse. Around about that time, you hear a bit of a crash from upstairs. You hear some shouting. It's muffled. You're not really sure what it is, but it sounds angry. Couple of people loudly stomping around the room. Going towards one location, and then fairly quickly moving to a different one near the side of the building, followed by a loud slamming of the door.
No screams of pain or panic.
No.
Slam into the door to the side of the house, like the side where
Running
we
and diving
came
behind
in.
crates as quietly as possible to lay flat and hide behind them, because I'm waiting for those two to react.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go hide behind some crates, take cover. Nothing from that side room, but after a minute or two, you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs.
Oh, wait.
Okay. 3 guys come down. They have hand weapons. They're dressed in leather jerkins, basic armor, militia type stuff. They come down. The first one is moving with some authority. They glance around and then head towards the back office, disappearing down the hallway.
Don't recognize any of them, right?
No.
As soon as they get clear into the hallway, I stealth up because I want to see where they go in case I missed a secret entrance or
Okay.
something of some sort.
No, they head down the corner. You get there just as they're going around the corner towards the office, and you move cautiously up to the corner. Are you heading with them?
I'm staying hidden.
Okay, give me another stealth roll.
He's definitely better than I am.
Only because I get, hopefully,
Can't you shoot them through walls with that fancy gun?
No.
It's like a wall piercing.
Curved arrow. Okay.
around the arrow, around the corner.
You move up to the corner to observe them. About the time you get to the next corner, you hear them start yelling at the guys inside the office, and says, "What you guys doing? We're not paying you to play cards. You get out there and you keep watch. We got that shipment coming in just a couple of hours. This place better be spotless." You hear a couple of chairs quickly shoveling around and people quickly grabbing gear and so forth.
Me too. I'm grabbing my ass out of there. I'm ready to shuffle as quietly as I can away.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, so you go shuffling back out. You gonna hide
I'm
or?
actually- I don't know where he is. If I can see him, then
Yeah,
he's
you can
probably
see
not
him.
hiding. Okay.
He's at the entrance to the hallway, just waiting for you.
I wink at him and head upstairs.
Okay, what are you doing?
Wait, huh?
He turns and he walks out of the tunnel, winks at you. You can hear the conversation. You know they're about to emerge from the tunnel, from the hallway.
Yeah.
He moves for the stairwell and heads upstairs. What are you doing?
I can't talk to you, man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
As he clears his throat. What was that? What are you doing, Ben? You got.
Could I make it to the door that we entered from?
You can try.
That's why you always lag.
Your time is rapidly shortening. You hear movement in the hallway, footsteps approaching the corner.
I'm going to,
Continue going.
as fast but as stealthy as I could, make my way back to the door.
Okay.
We entered.
So you move across the warehouse. It's given the size, you're fairly certain as you get to the first box of crates, you're almost certain you're not going to make it to the door. Okay.
That was my fear.
Then I will.
Firewall.
You can get caught, or you can try to take cover, or you can
I'm-
try something else. I don't
I'm
know.
going to attempt to hide in the box. Not in the actual. Not in like.
You're gonna try to hide behind the boxes.
Yes, but
Okay.
like.
Somebody's gonna
Almost
look up a
like-
box.
I'm red.
While I'm in the box, I grow my whiskers. Okay.
But I'm
Give me a
going to,
stealth roll.
like-
And that is how the first game was created.
I hid in a box, and they never let me out.
Cursed by the gods.
You gotta take a bunch
But-
of.
I was planning to like see if I could quietly move a box somewhere so I could get a small open space
You can try.
in between boxes.
You gotta do is
You only
always
got a
fight.
couple. You only got a couple of seconds. If your plan is to move the boxes, that's one thing.
No, I'm just gonna try and hide for now.
Okay.
In the
So
box.
you quickly duck down behind the boxes. As you do, with the suddenness of your movement, you sort of shift one of them and scrapes against the ground. The 5 guys emerge from the thing. The 2 that were just in plain clothes now have weapons strapped to them, and one of them has a crossbow out unloaded. They're moving across the warehouse towards you. The other 3 are standing there conversing. When one of them stops and says, "What was that?" And the guy with the crossbow stops where he is and quickly loads the crossbow, points it towards the boxes where you're at. What are you going to do? The guy, the leader, sort of hangs back while his 2 buddies sort of start to spread out around the side and move forward on the warehouse. They don't seem to be 100% sure where you are, at least from their location. They're not rapidly moving forward. The guy in the back calls out, "I know you ain't no rat. Stand out now. We can have a discussion."
How many boxes am I hiding?
It's a stack of crates.
How high?
How high? Maybe 6 feet.
I was thinking that was not like a warehouse sort of high
No,
boxes stack,
it's a garage like height. It doesn't go all the way to the roof because they don't have.
They didn't have forklifts.
Yeah, they don't have forklifts. They can only put it as high as they can lift. Okay. He calls out again. "I'm going to give you to the count of 5. 1.
Hey,
I hear all that.
No, you've gone upstairs. The other noises are otherwise distracting you.
could I
2.
could I attempt to climb on top of the boxes? Or
You could, not stealthily easily.
Uh,
You can certainly give it a try, but climbing on the boxes in the dark is going to be really hard to be silent, especially when they're looking in your direction.
So
5.
no, I want to get a visual representation. So I'm behind some boxes. Where is the door that I could possibly
About
exit?
30, 40 feet away from you, through the open.
And I see light. Like,
Through the door?
No,
Yeah.
like going around me.
No. There's no light in the room.
Um,
Just gloom and, I mean, there's minimal light. You can see enough, but it's pretty dark. You're inside of a building. The only light is coming through the windows by the door. So he calls out 5. You hear the guy sort of tense for a moment. And then the guy with the crossbow says, "Oh, you be hearing things. There ain't anything there." He turns and they lower their guard and head back together as a group. And said, the leader says, "Okay, now I want you guys to pay attention, keep an eye, and go lock that damn door over there." And the 3 of them turn and start heading up. The 2, the one with the crossbow and the other guy with the hand weapon, start grumbling and complaining about having to do actual work, and then head across the warehouse, heading towards the door.
so
Where are you at again?
I'm probably high. Pretty
He's watching the trees.
They're so pretty.
I was going to the hospice and stuff.
I know.
I was doing what I said I was doing.
So, what are you doing?
So
You're gonna
it's
stay-
an open area between me and the door.
Yes.
No boxes anywhere.
Correct.
We still have that night at the track, so.
The what?
So they cross past the boxes to your side as you're hiding there. You shift slightly to keep the boxes between you and them. You hear them walk by, and after a moment, they get to the door. You hear one of them pull out a ring of keys. It jingles a bit, and you can hear him lock the door. Then the other one drops a bar behind it. And they turn around and say, "This is some nonsense. What are we doing guarding an empty warehouse, man? This stuff ain't important. Next meeting isn't until tonight. There's not anything going to happen."
Okay.
Obviously, we just need to sit here to get out all the information.
Okay.
Run
So
around the city like an asshole.
I tried to retrieve you and you skipped the one event.
I was noticing that. The one event he planned to go to meet you at is the one you skipped.
Which one was that?
The trees.
Okay, so I'm going to.
I don't know. There's a bunch of trees out there.
I'm gonna wait until they have finished locking the door.
They've locked the door.
Okay.
They're standing by the door at this point.
They're standing by that
Yeah.
door that we entered?
Yeah.
Could I...
They appear to be guards who
Yes.
were in charge of keeping an eye on the warehouse,
I am not
and they weren't doing their job, so the boss came down and yelled at them. Now they're doing their job, at least for the time being.
Add another
So
one.
now there's nobody in the office.
Correct.
I would like to... From me to the office, are there any boxes?
There's some cover, but there's areas you'd have to sneak out through the open.
She
Again,
also
it's dark,
is
but you
Yeah,
still have to go through the open.
I'm going to attempt to sneak my way back over to the office.
Okay, so you give me a blind or stealth roll. Meanwhile, Matt, you you hustle up the stairs, afraid of the guards coming up behind you. The stairs go up one level, then double back on each other. They head up to a wooden door. On the other side, you can hear the sounds of the tavern.
I knew it! There you go. I hope that was a good one.
I compose myself
Mhm.
and do a quick. I'm probably going to be seen. I'm probably going to be noticed. I don't care at this point because I can't figure out a way to get through without being seen. So I open the door and slip through off to the side of the door and shut it behind me.
Okay.
Is there a mechanism to bar, i.e., bar, lock, or anything from the inside or out?
There is it has a lock, but you would need a key.
Okay.
You could lock it from either side in concept.
I'm observing the room in front of me at this point. I'm going to
Okay.
see where I am. Did I come out behind the bar?
You come out next to the bar. There's a short hallway. Off to the side is a privy. Off to the left is a bunch of local artwork. After the short hallway, then it opens into the bar with the actual tavern itself. The door you just escaped or came out of has a sign on it. You don't know what it says.
Are there any specific talents that are good for
Please
knocking
only.
out people?
I'm going to try to
Look at the
take 5 seconds to try to recall the layout of
one
the
of
bar
those.
Okay.
so I know where I'm at.
Basically, you are off to the side of the actual bar itself.
Okay.
Okay. The tavern, when you come in the main entrance, it opens up. The bar is off to your left. There's a short hallway there directly by the entrance
Okay.
that leads to the restrooms. Okay.
I'm not even close really to the bar then.
Okay. So picture. Let's go rectangular as far as this room. Okay. So the door you came out is over here.
Yep.
You come out a short hallway. Directly around the wall to your left is where the bartender is.
Okay.
Okay. Off to the right out here and across is where the overall tavern is.
Gotcha.
Okay. The entrance to the tavern is just out this hallway to your right. Okay. Now you can see patrons in dark, smoke-filled booths where you're at. You're in a dark hallway. Nobody seems to have noticed you as of yet.
So, is there another floor?
No. Give me a perception check.
GM blind?
Nope. Well, sure. Yeah.
I have another quick question. Do these seem like capable guards?
Do they seem capable to you, based on how I described them? You hear some words from down below. You can't make out what it is given the distance. Not sure exactly what's happening, but there was something going on downstairs.
It didn't sound raised voices yelling or anything. Just
No. Yeah.
And I'm not worried about my.
Otherwise, it drowns out in the conversation and everything of the bar, of the tavern itself. While you're waiting, the door opens up to the tavern,
Okay.
and 2 guys walk in. One of them dusting off his hands, and says, "We took care of that. She won't be back anytime soon."
Okay. I'm gonna keep the hood up and lowered and just act like I just came from the bathroom, like going like this on my pants and walk out the door.
Okay, just walk out.
Yep.
Okay. You head out. Outside, the entrance area is empty. There's nobody there.
Keep my hood up, head down, just kind of.
Okay. Yeah, you head out. You see the kids A short distance to him, Carl is like leaning out from one of the alleyways. He waves to you to get your attention.
Okay, I head over that way.
Okay. Meanwhile, Ben, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I was stealthing over to the office.
Yes, you work your way over towards the office. You get to the hallway. It does not appear that the guards have noticed you, or at least reacted.
Is the office door open still?
Well, you go down the hallway. As far as you know, there's nobody down there. When you
No,
get
how many people did I see go back upstairs?
3,
3? And 3 came downstairs?
yes.
And there were already 2 in there.
That we know of.
There were 2 in the office, and 3 new ones came down. The 2 that were in the office are over by the door. The other 3 went back upstairs.
Okay, so as far as I know, it should be an empty room.
Right.
I am going to see if the door
Except
is
for the
open.
Bretonian.
Yes, the Skaven has
Okay,
burned
so you
into
go around the
office.
corner. The office door is still wide open.
Okay,
There's a lantern burning inside the room.
I am go. Does the light go outside the hallway into the warehouse area?
No.
Okay, then I won't bother turning that out. I am going to go into the office
Okay.
and go first check the room to see if nobody in there. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
Then I'm going to go over to the desk
Okay.
and quietly start opening doors.
Okay. Start searching
for,
through.
like,
Okay. There's
as
lots of
quiet as I can.
there's lots of papers and notes. Do you read?
No.
Okay. A lot of it doesn't make any sense. They seem to be numbers and potentially ledgers.
Do I see anything with the symbol of the purple hand?
No.
If I find anything like that or something that with a symbol that I would recognize, I might take that.
Okay.
I don't know.
You
Depends
don't
on
see
what it is.
anything with the purple hand. In the center drawer of the desk, you find a business card with a symbol of a red moon on it,
Okay.
and some writing on the back.
Wait. I think I'm gonna take that.
Okay. So you
Do
spent a couple minutes searching the desk. There doesn't seem to be anything else of note. I mean, if you want to rifle and steal items, there's like a basic metal letter opener. Nothing really high quality or high value.
I have evaluate.
Okay, like I said, there doesn't seem to be anything of high value, but there's probably a few things you can get a couple of brass or a couple of silver for if you want to.
Anything on the shelf that is notable?
No, there's no shelves as such.
You
There's-
said there was a shelf with like
Headphones.
swords and
Yeah,
other stuff
there's
like
pegs and things like that where they would hang weapons,
That. Alright.
and then there's a file cabinet and the desk.
Okay.
Can I take a look in the file cabinet?
Sure.
See if there's anything.
Okay. It appears to be locked.
Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
I mean, we needed to switch places.
yeah. I honestly thought you would stay down here with me, do basically the same
I was,
thing.
I was worried.
Give me a perception
Had
check.
they
Blind.
come out with any type of aggressive action that I could have heard, I would have made them.
Oh wait, blind.
I would have distracted them further forward.
It was interesting where the plan was going.
Yeah, I thought I could still hear what was going on because if anything like would have reacted to him, I
You
would
would have come back. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, all right, it's on.
We'll go kill us some cultists.
Yep. And do you know what my war cry would have been?
I'm pretty sure
For
that
the
was right.
glory of Sigmar.
Sigma rules. Have a token. Okay. So you check the file cabinet. You try the drawer. Appears to be locked. Not an overly complex mechanism. It's a file cabinet, but it would probably make some noise if you were to break it open.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I probably should have said this when I started going in here, but I was being stealthy and aware. I'm sorry.
Stuff that's
Aware is based on your perception. Stealthy is based on your stealth.
Okay. So
I'm
you said
assuming
the
you're
file-
being stealthy and aware. Yes, but,
I'm being aware. Like if somebody's coming down the hallway.
and that's subject to your ability to perceive things.
Okay, so the file cabinet's locked.
Yeah.
Did I find any secret panels on the desk that would possibly pop open?
No.
Did I not even bother searching for that? Or
You checked all the drawers and everything. Nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary.
It is getting a bit late, folks.
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to go fast.
No, you don't need
So, the final cabinet's locked. I've already searched through basically everything else. Are there any coins on the table that they were playing cards at?
Yeah, there's maybe, we'll say 16 brass, 3 silver. A set of old dice. One of them looks like it's chipped in a surprisingly organized fashion.
Okay.
And a set of 48 cards.
I shall take the money,
Okay?
but that is all I'm going to take from that. And when I am leaving the door, I have a plan.
Okay.
How long would it take for the guards to get from the door that I exit from to the hall?
So as you're scooping up the coins, you toss them into your pouch, you hear voices down the hallway and footsteps approaching.
How many?
4 footsteps. We're going to stop there. Okay?
He passed up a set of loaded dice. I'm like, sweet! Those are no shit.